What it do is your boy Diesel, a.k.a. Diesel, the great BKA, the reason why your girl. I forgot it. And I had a good one, too. Damn it.
Okay.
It's good.
But anyway, this is another episode of the Citylimitz podcast. I have with me the usual suspects with this time, again, 2 new additionals.
Okay.
I'm going to introduce them first to my immediate right. We got...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your boy Mac. Can't spell smack without Mac. Say they out of play, you get paid. Say they out of free, you get fee. Nigga, that pay me.
All right. And to my left, we got a brand newcomer.
Hey, everybody. It's Brittany. I don't have anything special.
Is this thing on yet?
That's it?
We live like Channel 5?
Yep, that's it. Just Brittany.
Just Brittany.
Yep, just Brittany.
And my ace boom coon, the one and only, directly in front of me.
Boom. We leave it right there.
I don't feel bad that I dropped mine. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I fucked up on my intro.
I know, right?
And then you came, you like, ba-da-da-da-da-boom. Yeah. And then it was just like,
It's Brittany.
And
Brittany.
So I don't feel bad now about that.
No.
So.
But yeah, we are together tonight.
Yes, sir. Look, we're going to kick it off just like this. I'm going to start it out with something called Black Card Revoke.
Black Card Revoke.
Yes,
Do we have any rules for this right here?
No rules at all. But if you miss more than 3, guess what? I'm taking your black card. You got to reevaluate your life. I'm just letting you know that right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, are y'all ready?
Yes.
And we're going to kick it off like this. First question.
Let go.
Are y'all listening?
Let go. We going to go around the table.
I'm going to go around the table. I'm going to start with these on my left first. What's most likely to get you cussed out at a cookout? A, mess up the potato salad. B, renege in spades. C, don't bring anything. Or D, walk in and not speak.
Oh, on my mama. Okay.
We're going to start with Diesel first. Diesel.
Okay. So we talking about a cookout, right?
Or cookout, yes.
I don't want to be too technical, but I have to ask this one question.
Okay.
Is this a family cookout or a holiday cookout?
It's a family cookout.
A family cookout?
Yeah, it's a
Off top of me, spades.
Okay.
Off top, everything. Because
Brittany, you up next.
Spades going to get you.
Not speaking.
Okay. What you got for me, Bone?
Not speaking. You ain't gonna make it to
Okay.
Yeah, not speaking.
Well, everybody's correct but Diesel. The correct answer is walking in and not speaking.
Are you fucking serious?
Walking in and not speaking.
Hold up. No, wait. Time out. Flag on the play. Where is my red flag? I need to throw this bit. Yo, you trying to tell me walking in and not speaking will get you cussed out faster?
You can't get to the card table before you're not speaking. Listen, you got to walk in first. Hey, everybody. And then you're going to get to the card table. You walk in on that card, then we get cussed out twice.
What are you thinking?
So you're okay with somebody walking in the house and not speaking?
Right.
No, I'm not okay with that. But I would be less likely to cuss somebody out because I'll be like, damn, like oh, motherfucker didn't want to speak.
Nah, I feel
versus
some type
like,
of way.
bruh, did you not see what the fuck I was playing? I was cutting diamonds.
You lost. Next question.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Speak.
How you just gonna transition that fast when you know what?
That's just
fine.
the first question. Diesel, you got
Fine.
2 more. Diesel, you got 2 more. Your black card revoke, my
Man,
guy.
hey, that's
Stay strong, my brother. Stay strong.
hey, I just want to say on that one, I feel like I was robbed. Next question.
Hey, next
question.
What might mama say you need in order to get McDonald's?
What might mama say?
I'm gonna start with.
you need
I'm gonna
in
start
order
with
to get
Bone this time. I'm
McDonald's?
right. A job. B a clue. C good grades. Or D McDonald's money.
McDonald's money.
Britt, what you got?
A.
Okay.
Hold on, what was A?
A job. B a clue. C good grades. And D McDonald's money.
McDonald's money.
These are what you got. Come on.
Man, I love my mama.
Everybody up bringing this.
Hey, my mama out the gate, bro.
Okay.
It's gonna be McDonald's money.
You hear me? You hear
Out
me?
the
You
gate.
hear me?
She would probably also say A. and depending on what time of the year the school was, the grades and stuff like that. But off the top, you got McDonald's money.
Man, listen. I used to hate going to McDonald's. I'd be like, Mom, I want some chicken tenders. But we got chicken tenders at home.
I was just about to say, I would even throw a bonus answer in there. We got McDonald's at the house.
Man, listen.
What?
We got chicken tenders.
You never said that?
I go in the refrigerator and I see some bologna and some cheese. And I'm upset. I am livid.
And guess what?
Say I got a hamburger, meat, and fries at the house. It's going to taste
Boy,
just
get
like
what?
McDonald's.
Get what? 2 of them pieces of bologna and some cheese on some bread. Get what you got?
Hey.
A Big Mac.
Do you hear me?
Ooh,
Do you hear me? Hey, gotta be burnt on both sides with the splits.
That's the charbroil.
Man, listen.
All right.
Most of y'all can't relate.
Okay.
Hey, the correct answer was McDonald's money.
McDonald's
Bone,
money.
you got one.
I got
So
two.
boom.
That's my second one.
You said a job.
No, I didn't. I said McDonald's money.
Yeah, no.
I
She
didn't
said
say
McDonald's.
job.
She
Oh,
said
my
a
bad.
job.
I said
You said a
McDonald's.
job.
I got that one
Because
Okay.
she's special.
Ooh, okay. Well, Brittany, these are y'all on one. Y'all got 2 more to go. Next question. What might your mama tell you before going into any store? A, don't touch nothing. B, don't ask for nothing. C, don't look at nothing. Or D, all of the above.
D.
D.
I'm about to say, you better not go in no order on this one.
I ain't gonna know order.
You better not go in no order on
That's
this
it.
one, bro.
That's a
It's
gimme.
all
That's a
the
gimme.
above.
D all across the table.
That should have been
All
like
of
a
the
bonus
above.
question for the motherfucker that's about to lose his card.
That's true. Hey, definitely. All of the above. Don't look at nothing. Don't touch nothing.
Don't ask for nothing.
Because you ain't getting nothing.
And if you break anything, I'm gonna break my
My foot off.
Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me.
They don't understand.
Y'all don't hear me.
Next question a little difficult. Know what I'm saying? See where y'all black history at. Who won the first black actor? Who was the first black actor to win an Oscar? A, Halle Berry. B, Dorothy Dandridge. C, Lena Horne. Or D, Hattie McDaniel. I repeat it one more time for y'all. Who was the first black actor to win an Oscar? A, Halle Berry. B, Dorothy Dandridge. C, Lena Horne. Or D, Hattie McDaniel. I'm going to start with Diesel to my left. What
Don't
you got
start
for
with
me?
Diesel.
I'm going to start with Brittany. And Britt, let's go. What you
Start
got
with
for me?
Brittany.
Read it again.
What you got for me? Who was the first black actor to win an Oscar? You got A, Halle Berry. B, Dorothy Dandridge. C, Lena Horne. Or D, Hattie McDaniel.
Cause I don't know.
I want to say.
Ooh, them is.
I want to say Lena Horne.
Okay, Lena Horne. Okay. We'll take that. Bone, what you got?
I'm going to say,
I'm
I'm going to just say Halle Berry, and I don't think that's right. I'm going to just say Halle Berry.
I think Halle Berry was the first person I seen titties on movies with.
Mustard Balls. Was the Mustard Balls?
No, Monster Ball was the first time she got. I want you to make me feel.
I want you to make me feel good.
Yeah, that's what she got fucked the shit out of.
Diesel, what you got? for me?
Swordfish was when the titties was out.
Diesel, what
Swordfish
you
with the
got?
tit.
What you think?
I'm gonna be honest with myself on this one.
Said Tyler Berry, McDaniel.
What was the last one? The last one name?
Hattie McDaniel.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Hattie McDaniel because I haven't heard of her.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that because that sounds like the blackest name out of all of them.
And Diesel is correct.
I wanted to say that, but it
Hattie
sounds
McDaniel.
too old. So
Exactly.
That's
So
the
That's the
That's
point.
right.
when they said the first, and I'm like, hey,
But I just feel like they weren't giving us
Down
shit
to
back
one.
then.
like how many times have you walked into the platinum and met somebody named Hattie?
Facts.
McDaniel.
Have you know?
Yeah, like
You know anybody named
name in
Lena?
the platinum.
Who?
Like, yes, ma'am.
Anybody named Lena?
Lena?
I know a Lena.
I don't know.
But I mean, if I walk in the platinum, I say, my name BeeBee. What's your name, shorty? Hattie. Oh,
Hattie. What?
baby, what you from the 50s, 60s, 40s,
On my
30s?
mama, on everything. She probably got the whole little the little gold bonnet shit on with the
Man.
chain and the fluffy shoulder dress.
So who
shit.
was it? Hattie?
It was
Yeah,
Hattie
it's like-
McDaniel.
Hattie
Perfect.
McDaniel is the person.
Hattie just sound like a winner.
It just sounds
Back
too
in the day.
old. It just sounds too old.
That's what I'm saying. In the first, so we talking about first.
But see,
Oh.
I just need to know. I don't know when. You know what I'm saying? That shit started with.
Yeah.
the
Well, you know
boys
what you
and
do need to know? You are on two. That's what you need to know.
shit. You on one though, ain't it?
I'm on one.
I'm on
but it's,
one.
I got 2.
I'm on 1.
Yeah.
You still have 2.
No,
No,
I
he
have
has
one.
No, they got one. They got one.
She got
I
2.
got 2.
Yes.
Checking
she
in the
is
status
on.
right now. Bone got 2. Brick got 1. Diesel got 1.
Yes, sir.
One more and they out the door. If they all lose their black card, I'm gonna get up mid podcast. I'm leaving.
And when he get up mid podcast, I just want y'all to know that this nigga has not answered any of these questions.
Mama.
He just read us the answers. So
But
technically,
he know the answers.
he's not answering.
But he knows the answer.
But I'm saying though,
The first time I played Black Card Revoke, I only missed 1.
it's biased.
It's 1. I
Alright.
only missed
Okay,
1.
Next
and I only
question.
missed 1.
And
So
then
we
let's
end
get
up.
to
You're right,
these
you're
other
right.
subjects.
My bad. Next question.
What we got? What we
I don't
got?
expect the women too much notice, but I mean, hey, let's try it anyway. Who was the first black heavyweight boxing champion?
Ryan want to get on, y'all.
You got A, Mike Tyson, B,
Hold on, Ryan.
Joe Louis, C, Muhammad Ali, or D, Jack Johnson.
Hold on, say no names again.
Say him again.
A, Mike Tyson, B, Joe Louis, C, Muhammad Ali, or D, Jack Johnson.
And this is the first heavyweight
The
champion,
first black heavyweight
black
boxing champion. Yes, sir.
Was Muhammad Ali on there?
Yeah.
Yes. C was Muhammad Ali, D was Jack Johnson, A was Mike Tyson, and B was Joe Louis. And I'm gonna start with Bone.
Fuck, I'm
sorry.
stuck between Joe Louis and Muhammad Ali.
Okay. We'll do a little process of elimination, you know what I'm saying? A little Jeopardy. Got 10 seconds.
I'm gonna get out on this one.
Shit. We said George Johnson?
I said Jack Johnson. That
Jack
was D.
Johnson.
Yes,
Jake
ma'am.
Johnson?
Jack Johnson.
Okay, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go with
You
that.
going with Jack Johnson?
I
Okay.
guess.
Britt, what you got?
I'm going the same way because I don't
Jack
know.
Johnson?
Right.
These what you got?
Shit, now I don't want to say great.
I don't know now.
Jake Johnson.
No, I know for a fact. Well,
It's not
Come
my
on,
I
come
take
on.
it back, I take it
As
back.
a man, you should do process of elimination.
I take it back. I'm not gonna say I know for a fact, but
Floyd Mayweather.
I know it ain't Mike Tyson
Definitely.
because Mike Tyson was young when he came in, and niggas were boxing before him.
Facts.
Muhammad Ali most definitely was boxing before Mike Tyson and what's it called.
But Joe Louis is right there. With
But that nigga though, yeah, Jack is like, he out
So
there.
everybody's taking Jack
So-
for 500, Alex.
So, hold up. What was the third nigga?
Third, Joe Louis was B. C was Muhammad Ali. A was Mike Tyson, and D was Jack Johnson.
Jake Johnson.
Joe Louis.
So it's really between Joe Louis and
Jack Johnson.
And I'm trying to remember what the name.
Can we have your
Oh.
final
He said
answer,
Nate
Diesel?
Robinson. I'm so weak.
Can we have your final?
so weak.
Can we have your final answer?
Come on, round.
Diesel, can we have your final
5,
answer?
Fucking, I'm gonna say Joe.
4.
Give me Joe. Joe for the win.
Oh man,
Joe for
correct
the
answer
win.
was Jack Johnson. He should
Yeah,
have went with Jack Johnson.
I got 3. 3 for 3. All right.
Okay, cool.
Hold up. Time out. First off, let's all acknowledge the fact that Bone cannot count.
Okay, 3
How
for
you
4.
3 for 3 and you
4.
missed
3
2?
4. I only missed 1. What other one I missed?
Bro, you missed 2.
How many I missed, B?
She got all on.
She got no.
She
She
only
got
got
the
one.
first
I only
one,
missed 1.
and she got the second and the third one wrong.
No, I didn't. I
Yeah,
only missed
it's
1.
1-1-1, and then both of y'all got wrong, and I got one right.
No, I
Can anybody
only
count?
missed
She's
1.
still sitting at 1 because
Yeah.
she guessed Hattie McDaniel correctly.
Right.
She guessed McDonald's money.
Right.
And then she also
I only
guessed
missed
all of
one.
the above.
She
But
only
don't ask
missed-
for
yeah.
nothing.
Hold on, who got 2 then?
You got
You.
2. And no,
I'm not the only one with that 2.
You got 2.
And
I
Brittany.
had
Okay.
one.
When I play this back, that's all I'm gonna say.
You
only missed
get,
one.
You only get 3 chances.
But I'm
before you
saying
get
though,
your car revoked.
when I play this back,
It don't matter. No, so I got another Black History question
when
next.
I play it back.
So this gonna be the tiebreaker.
Let's
so.
talk about. Are we still doing this black card remote?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got- I
yeah.
got
We
a
still,
couple questions.
I
I got a couple questions before we start. I'm
This the
sorry.
icebreaker. We gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna say about how they day, and then we gonna get into some topics.
All right, next question. Who is considered the father of Black history? A, Jesse Jackson. B, Carter G. Woodson. C, Frederick Douglass. Or D, W.E.B.
Frederick, I'm in Frederick. Boom. Next.
There it is. Britt, who you got?
I say Frederick
You
Douglass.
say Frederick Douglass. Boom, who you got?
Just go with the popular answer.
Which you
Nope,
guess?
nope. That,
Frederick Douglass.
I'm sorry to tell y'all, correct answer is Carter G. Woodson.
Wilson.
boom.
And the funny thing about it is, y'all say Frederick Douglass. Frederick Douglass actually looked up to Carter G. Woodson. It also kind of like a father figure. He was like an advisor for Frederick Douglass. So that's the funny thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Black History moment.
Ryan Riot said Malcolm X. Yeah.
Damn.
Nah, I'm so weak.
We got all of them.
I got a few
Damn.
more questions for y'all. Just hang in there. Next question.
Damn it, Gina.
Who wrote the speech, Ain't I a Woman? A,
Ooh, do I know this?
Harriet Beecher Stowe. B, Sojourner Truth. C, Harriet Tubman. Or D, Phyllis Whitley.
I fucking got my card revoked.
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
Phyllis
I'm gonna
Wheatley.
say Phyllis Whitley.
I'm gonna say
I
Maya
think.
Angelou.
She's not an
Yeah,
option.
that's definitely not an
That's
option.
not in
I'm
there.
gonna say Phyllis.
I wanna
The
say-
correct answer is Sojourner Truth.
God damn.
So
Yeah.
black cards are revoked, but I'm gonna ask the last couple questions. I'm gonna see if y'all know a little music. Who was the founder of Motown Records?
Oh, I'm on this one.
A,
I'm on
Michael
this one.
Jackson. B, Quincy Jones. C, Berry Gordy. Or D, Smokey Robinson.
Smokey
Barry.
Robinson. I
Yeah,
say Smokey
Barry.
Robinson.
Nope.
Barry Gordy.
Barry.
Would you go with
Barry.
Brett?
I say Smokey.
Barry, like I said.
Barry.
Barry.
The correct answer is definitely Barry
Yeah.
Gordy.
Thank you. I know this.
Barry.
I know that,
I had
nigga.
watched that movie.
I know that. What I didn't even watching the movie, just listening to music, period, and hearing people talk about it. If anybody from Motown did not mention Barry Gordon,
Right.
they were no longer in Motown.
Facts. You hear me? I got
No,
I got two more questions for y'all.
Nigga.
Check this out. Which famous author wrote the book The Eyes Was Watching God? A, Maya Angelou. B, Zora Neale Hurston. C, Toni Morrison. Or D, Nikki Giovanni.
I don't even know, honestly.
We're going to start with Britt first. You can do process of elimination. A, Maya Angelou. B, Zora Neale Hurston. C, Toni Morrison. Or D, Nikki Giovanni.
Is it Zora or Nora?
Zora.
Zora.
I'm going to say Zora. That's me.
Okay.
Locking that in.
Okay.
Zora.
Ooh, boy. It's getting hot over there. It's getting hot.
Langston. Langston Hughes?
Langston. I'm so dead. She said Langston.
Langston Hughes. Oh, my God.
Say it again.
Where are my
Giovanni.
crickets?
You going with Giovanni? Bone, what you got for
What's
me?
the options again?
You got A, Maya Angelou.
I think I'm wrong.
B, Zora Neale Hurston. C, Toni Morrison. Or D, Nikki Giovanni.
I should know this, and it's bad.
Yeah, I have the book at home. So after today, I'm definitely gonna give you the book.
I'm an English major.
See?
No, I read the.
Are you an English major?
You pointed at you, so you wrong.
I know.
Did get that away, didn't it?
Yeah.
B? No?
B is who?
Shit, I don't know. I just said
Okay,
B.
okay. She's correct, but definitely Zora Neale Hurston.
Hey,
Yes,
She was-
Zora.
yes, ma'am. She did like an empowerment movement for women, so I expect women to know this.
I might need to look into that.
I remember hearing her name because of that, but I wasn't sure that was like the first. You know what I'm saying?
Killing me.
So, last question: the Black Heart Revoke.
Look, when in doubt.
According to Mama,
No,
what
it's
is the
not.
one thing that the ultimate sign of disrespect?
Talking
A,
back.
rolling your eyes. B, back talk. C, slamming doors. Or D, calling her by her first name.
If anybody get this wrong,
I'm gonna start with
if
Diesel.
anybody get this wrong,
Nah, I'm gonna start with Britt first. Diesel seems like he got it pretty intact.
if anybody get this wrong,
I repeat the answer choice. Do you need to repeat the question too, or you got it?
no, just repeat the answers.
A, rolling your eyes. B, back talk. C, slamming doors. Or D, calling her by her first name.
Boy, if anybody get this wrong,
Excuse me, but if anybody do any of these things among backhand, but anyway,
Listen, I can't say nothing, but boy, I got a story.
talking
It ain't even long.
back, talking back.
talking back, that what you got, Britt? You talking back?
Talking back. I'm gonna go with Bone first. I mean
Bone?
second.
I say talking back.
You say talking back. These what you got?
Boy, calling her by her motherfucking name.
First name.
Nigga, I probably was 16 when I realized my mama name was Alice.
Listen,
Really?
my mama named Mary, and I think she might slap me just because I said it on.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like right now my mama finna call me and be like, "Why you calling my name?"
For real, I
On
feel
my-
like when
I
I go to the
promise
house
you.
tomorrow and raid her refrigerator, she gonna smack me.
Like it real talk. Just like you said that story, I got a story. Real talk, but it's been situations where like my family and stuff be like, "Oh, Alice wants you." I'm like, who the fuck is Alice?
Who is Alice?
Nigga, your mama. I'm
Bruh,
like,
stop.
my mama.
So you telling me my mama's real name ain't Mama? That's not on her birth certificate.
So you trying to tell me that I can actually call her something other than mother.
But I always knew my mama name. My mama ain't never tripped. Like, I would do it playing. You know what I'm saying?
that's
She
what
would
I'm
never
saying.
trip. So I feel like, to me, rolling eyes,
It's more.
that's
disrespectful.
very disrespectful. But see, like, little girls gonna roll their eyes. Little boys ain't gonna too
When you
much
call
roll their
somebody
eyes.
by their name, when you know somebody on a first name basis, it's a personal connection like that with
Yeah,
you.
that's my mama.
But this is your mother. This is an authority figure.
I'm sorry.
This is the first authority figure that you ever meet in your life.
So you telling me somebody calling, like, if you had a child, your child calling you by your first name versus rolling their eyes is more disrespectful to you?
On my mama, yes.
I don't have any kids, but if
But I'm
my,
saying
if my
if you
son
did-
called me Brandon, like, who the hell is Brandon?
Wait.
Thank
But
you.
you'll be ready to
Hold on.
drop kick them soon as
I'm
they
going
roll
in his
their
mouth.
eyes.
Boy, I'm finna hit you in your face, nigga. I'm your father. You better
Wait.
say dad, daddy, dada.
But
That
it
ain't-
is.
You can speak
You
another
can't
language
play
for out
it
here.
in a joking manner. Because
Right.
I've called my mom Mevis jokingly, like,
Yeah, me too.
Mevis.
I tried
Yeah.
that
Just
too.
to fuck with her.
But I'm saying, to fuck with her, you're not gonna call your mama mother, and that's gonna fuck with her.
No.
I mean, think about it. In a situation where, like, you're raising the child, or you got your child, is when you talking to your child for their first word, are you gonna say Brittany?
But if that's all they hear somebody
Brit-
calling you, they're going to probably start calling you by your first name. But if I see my child roll their eyes at me, that's a problem versus them calling me by my first name.
I wouldn't say
Because then I
that.
feel like you're sizing me up.
That's when it comes kind of opinionated. I get what
Right.
you're saying, because
Yeah.
a lot of times, a lot of mothers and daughters or mothers and sons didn't establish that connection, so it got like you was being more so of a friend than you was a mother.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it's a distinct line that you don't cross. It's kind of like the equator on Earth. It's a line that you don't cross. We still cool, but you're not gonna call me by my first name because I'm still your elder. I'm your mother first.
Of course.
So I mean, I get what you're getting at, but
Just like when
I
you talk to
can't-
principal in high school, you never call your principal by his first name.
Nah.
You always say, oh, Mr. Owens or Mr. Jenkins or Mr. whatever. You never say, hey, Roy. What up, Roy? Like, you never did that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't
Like-
find out my principal name, first name, until I found out he went to my barbershop after I graduated.
You not in school no more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That what I'm-
I still feel like I should call him
But
yes,
I
sir.
still say that because that's just manners.
Yeah.
Right.
Mannerism, but
Right.
you
And
learned
what's
it.
more disrespectful than somebody that don't have manners?
But no, because I'm not calling everybody Mr. and Mrs. either. I'm not.
But I do
I
say
do.
yes, ma'am, yes, sir.
I do say that.
I do say yes, ma'am, yes, sir.
Yes,
And
I
teach,
don't.
I
Yes,
teach
sir.
all my nieces and nephews.
I-
the
You don't say
I-
Mrs. and Mrs.
Not to everybody, no.
So you hold on. What you mean by everybody?
Like every adult I meet, no, I don't.
I mean, we.
So you just say, hey, Owens.
Yeah. Hey, whatever their first name is.
Are they the same age
Well,
or are they
well,
older than you?
they're-
Well, I mean, that explains why you didn't think call it the
Call
first
the
name.
is- because
If people
because
are older, I'm
that
going to
explains.
respect you. I'm
Even-
going to call you sir.
even
man.
with my
No,
nieces
because-
and
Exactly, we do
nephews,
that.
even with my nieces and nephews, I say yes, ma'am, no, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. Even to my niece and nephew that's 4 and 3 years old, because I'm teaching them something in the long run, because that's the way I'm gonna teach my kids. So I get what you're saying, but like somebody around my age, I don't be like yes, sir, or
Yeah.
Mr. Owen, something like that.
But if somebody
But
older,
it's a proper thing in saying yes, being distinct to what you
Like
say.
if my nephew Justin was to walk into me and like, hey, Randall, I'm gonna punch him in his chest.
For real.
You know
What
I'm
if he
punching him in
rolled
the
his
chest.
eyes at you and you told him to do something? What if he rolled his eyes
I'm
at
a
you?
punch him in the
roll his
chest.
eye, yeah,
But which
same.
one would you feel would you do first? Because he called you by your first name or because he
If
rolled
that
his eyes at
nigga,
you?
if that nigga was to walk into me and be like, hey, Randall, and rolled his eyes, he getting punched in the chest.
I mean, you did both of them at the same time, so of course.
Right.
So somebody said, what about
Either way, he gonna get punched in the
somebody
chest.
said, what about a step parent?
What about a step parent?
Like, would you like
Mr.
expect them to say Mr.
Mr. or
Mrs.?
Mrs. Heavy on the Mr.
Yes.
and Mrs.
Yeah, I feel like
Mr.
that
or
too, though.
Mrs.
Yeah, it should
That's
be
just
Mr.
Not
Mr.
even necessarily by that last name. Ask them. If
Yeah, it
not,
could be their first name, but
like-
it need to be Mr. or Mrs. Yes.
right?
Like I feel like
Miss.
if it's an adult figure, you should not, unless you are of age, should not refer to them by their first name. It should be their last name.
But see, for me, like right now, like, do I expect kids to say Miss Keisha, Miss Bone? No, I don't. They don't.
Nobody
have to,
would say Miss Keisha. They would say Miss Chambray.
and they don't have to say that.
But I'm saying though, if somebody had that, if they were raised in that type of respect atmosphere, that's what they would say.
And then you could address it like, hey,
Right.
you don't have to be that formal.
There you go.
And be like, all right, cool.
You know,
And
they
they'll
say
know from then on, like, I could just call you by this and you're comfortable.
Right. They say it all the time. Like, oh yeah, Mr. Johnson. Like, don't call me Mr.
feel
Johnson.
old.
Call me Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they would say that. But if don't nobody say that, I'm finna call you Mr. Johnson. Because that's a respectable thing to do. Especially if you are of age older than me.
Nah, true story.
Because that's how I was raised. You know.
But see, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of adults, I don't say Mr. and Miss too. Like a lot of, I work with a lot of older people, so I don't say Mr. or Miss too. I call them by their first name.
Right.
That's just me. And again, like for me, like with younger kids, they don't have to say Miss whatever to me. They just don't have to. They could call me Keisha, or they could call me Bone.
I mean, yeah, because right now that feels like.
So I don't feel disrespected now. If you talking about this child rolling their eyes at me, oh hell yeah, I feel very disrespected.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that whole big Miss Keisha, Miss Bone, it's not that big of an issue to me. So yeah.
Now we good. I understand that. So I got a question for y'all. How y'all
We're
feel
on
about
different topics, Mallory?
I know. This next topic I'm gonna go on. Like, how do y'all feel about interracially dating? Like
interracial dating.
Sir. So how would you feel? I'm gonna ask Britt. I'm gonna pick on you because she's sitting across from me, Britt. How do you feel your mom, dad, grandpa, dog, cat, brother, sister would feel if you brought a Caucasian male inside of your home?
Or Caucasian female,
or Caucasian
because
woman,
we are politically correct on this podcast.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
accept all forms of sexuality and
Identification.
things. Yeah, identifications on this podcast.
Yeah, we
that is
accept
what
y'all
we
all.
do. We love you all.
Well,
yes.
I
Follow,
like-
share,
I
subscribe,
like
and share.
midgets too. So DM me. I like midgets too.
You know,
Share, like
like
all
baby.
that shit. Yeah.
I fuck with niggas. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Mallory said her parents aren't with it, or they're not with what, like being called by their first name, or being called like Mr. and Mrs.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I was just
understand.
looking at.
I get.
Oh,
what
go
you're
ahead.
saying.
I was just looking at stuff.
Yeah, I'm so weak. So, Britt, how you feel? How you feel like your parents? First of all, I gotta ask you: was you raised by both parents or one? Sorry if I feel a little personal.
No, it's fine. I would say yes. I was raised by both
You
parents.
was raised by both parents.
Yes,
So
I
how
was
would you feel-
step parent and
I mean, that's.
but yeah,
we didn't ask for details, but I
both
get
parents.
you.
Yes.
As long as you see a man or woman, or
Right.
sometimes same sex. But
I was gonna say,
yeah,
but okay.
exactly. So, how do you feel they would they approve or disapprove? Explain your reasoning.
Okay, so well, this is normal for us because my parents accepted. My sister dated interracially.
Okay.
She always dated Caucasian guys. That was just her thing. So in our household, that was never an issue. Now my grandfather wasn't with that. Like, no, you stay, you black, you date black. This is how it's gonna be. But my parents are more open to other races.
And to be honest, most of the time, older people is gonna be like that. Like, for example, my granddad was born 1938. My grandma was born in 1939. She's still living, by the way. 80, she be 81, 82.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, 1939, for people that didn't know, was the beginning of World War II.
Mm-hmm.
This is before anything happened in 1964. Like, you talk about racism and stuff. You can't even really look at people. So, if I was to bring a blonde head home
Yeah, you're gonna have an issue.
without a tan and no...
That shit would be a problem. Hold up. What my granddad just said, why you bring them on with red feet?
So it's something like that.
No,
It's
pink
something-
toes.
Pink toes.
You got the pink toe in my house for. I'm like, Grandpa.
Man, listen.
I'm just saying. you
And
got
don't
the pink toe.
play. And don't play. Y'all be sitting here like, Grandma, chill out. I like her. I don't care.
Don't
It
matter.
don't matter.
She don't look like us. Then she
not
be like, baby. Ask her if she ever had a hot cone ran in her head.
On everything. It'd be like that.
Man, listen, I don't want to let she had a hot cone ran through her head. I'm just being real with you. If she ain't had no hot cone ran through her head, I don't want her. Quote me.
So you were like, it's accepted, you good? Or,
Yeah, it's
accepted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even in my family is.
so your views on it is?
It's
fine with me.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Bon, what about you?
How do I feel about interracial dating?
Yeah,
Yes.
like
I don't-
what would happen if you brought the opposite, not opposite, but if you brought a different skin color home?
I don't feel like nothing would happen. Like, I don't think my family has an issue with me dating interracially.
I gotta cut you off. Sorry if I'm too personal. Was you raised with both parents or single?
Single.
Okay. Mom, dad.
Mom.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't feel like she'll have an issue, or even like my other family, I don't feel like they'll have an issue with me bringing, again, somebody home from a different race.
Right.
And I don't think I would have an issue with anybody in my family bringing somebody home from a different race.
Okay. Diesel, what about you?
Oh shit. Whatever fly. It don't even matter. My family is open as hell. What they will do is roast the fuck out you.
Oh yeah, definitely they will.
They gonna roast the fuck out you. So with that being said, racial wise, it does kind of play a part in it because, you know, this is my opinion. Some race can handle more criticism than others, so it will be like a uphill battle for me to date outside my race as far as Caucasian than it would be for me to be with like an Asian or a Mexican or Puerto Rican, anybody else.
That
So it would be, but regardless of who I want to date, my family has always been like, shit, if you like it, I love it.
And I understand that, but my mom and dad would be like that. But my grandparents, great uncles.
Oh yeah, grandparents, that shit dead.
First off, I'm from Marion, Alabama. I'm from the country part of Alabama, folks. They gonna be looking at me crazy. They gonna be like, can she cook? Do she season? They gonna say every racial spur that
Everything.
They can think of.
that they can
Everything.
think of. And the fact that she's just blonde hair, blue eyes, they gonna like, oh, she's a devil.
Oh yeah.
She's the devil. And I'd be like, well, we got to get out of it. Because I still got folks that think, like, the white people won't let us have something. Excuse me, Caucasian people don't want to let us have nothing. The Caucasian man of people won't let us have nothing. And that's just a country mindset that I do not defer to. Like, I try to get out that mindset because it's not that way. So if I brought somebody of the opposite color home, man, my folks would trip. They were like, what's wrong with you?
Like, even to this day, like right now?
Like, right now, bro, like, what's wrong with you? I would probably have to move out of state. For example, and we don't know we talking about race, right? So I have a cousin that's homosexual, right?
Okay.
And, you know, we was all on the football team, basketball team. We played all the sports.
Right.
But him in particular, he joined the cheerleading squad.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he portrayed his image was I'm straight. I get to get closer to women, the cheerleaders. But then later on, when he shaved his legs, and they're like, you shave your legs as a man? What's going on with you? Then he turned around and said, you know, what I really like, the same sex. They shunned him so bad, he stay in New Jersey. And if he were to walk up to me till this day, I couldn't recognize him. That's how long I haven't seen him. So it's like...
But you know what? I
so
feel like that's why a lot of people don't come out, and that's why a lot of people commit suicide for the simple fact that they're scared of what their family going to think or what society is going to think. So a lot of them, they keep it inside, and they won't, you know, live their true life or their true self because they're scared of what everybody else is going to think. And because you got to think about, like, your family, that's the ones you probably think, you know, care most about what they're going to think of you. It's like, oh, they're going to disown me. I don't have nowhere else to go. And a lot of people, their family do disown them and put them out, and they end up homeless or whatever. They turn to drugs. And it's like, why you turn to drugs? Like, you know, I didn't have nobody else. They might have started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and they would start doing it. So they started tapping into drugs, like that hardcore drugs, because they had nowhere else to go. And that's all they seen, and that's all they was around. So they had no other choice. Right. And I don't like that.
No, I mean, I definitely disagree with that because, I mean, if anything makes you, I wouldn't say happy, I say joyful. If anybody makes you joyful, the same sex or a different race, I say you go for it. And just because, like my cousin, he became like the black sheep of the family because he was homosexual. And that is not what it is. And I mean, so he probably in New Jersey right now, not claiming it. Like, I don't have
and living his best fucking life.
Thank you.
That nigga probably the happiest he has ever been.
But he could
his
wish
whole
that he
year.
had his family behind him also, though.
But I'm saying though, if you got to choose, I feel like if you ever in a position where you got to choose between you and something else, you should always choose you.
Yeah, and I agree
because
with
at the
that.
end of the day,
I agree with
it's
that.
only one person going in that dirt.
So I got a question for y'all. So we got to look at it on the opposite end, just not on our end. So say the same person, the opposite race that you was dating, didn't approve of you coming over or them being with you. How would y'all feel about that situation?
What you eat don't make me shit. What you fuck don't make me come.
Hold on, say that over.
Basically, like you're the opposite race, that white guy you brought to the house or the white girl you brought to the house, and it's time you go over their house, and they parents or folks don't approve of you. What's your next move?
I'm not dating them. I'm dating that person.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I don't have to go over your family house. I'm not going over your family house knowing they don't like me, knowing they're going to disrespect me. Every time I come over there, then I don't have to go over there.
I disagree with that.
What?
I do disagree with that.
Why?
I feel like if it's a situation, let's just say you're dating a white man and he's like, hey, my family's having dinner. Come over to the house. And you go over there. Let's say this is the first time you go over there and you see it's a lot of tension or whatever, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So the next time it happens, it's like, hey, we're having dinner. I want you to come. And you're like, nah, I'm not going to come. The reason for that tension at the first dinner was because they didn't want you there.
Hold on, but
so
you
I
said
feel
because I didn't want to come?
No, the second time. The first time you were willing.
Yeah.
The second time you were like, no, because last time it was whatever, blah, 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 yada, yada. But he wants you to come. Mm-hmm. So at that point, he is basically saying like, look, I don't care what my family thinks, you're with me. So they're either going to accept us or they're not going to accept us.
So, okay, if I go over there this second time and they're being disrespectful towards me, what are you doing about it? Are you allowing them to be disrespectful towards me and not sticking up for me?
Of course he would. Because
would or wouldn't?
Of course he would not, because he invited you back. If he felt like he couldn't control that situation, or he felt like his family cared more about their hatred towards you for whatever it was versus their love for him and the fact that he's happy, he would never say, hey, my family having dinner, let's go back. They'd probably call him and be like, hey, we're having dinner tonight. It's Sunday. You coming? He'd be like, nah, I'm not coming. I'm chilling with Bone. And I know how y'all feel about that, and I don't want no problems.
At that point, then you should marry him.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
But like, at that point, then you should marry him.
But see, everybody's not like that.
Of course not. Of course not.
But I'm saying, though, that's how you can tell the difference between it. Because if it was a situation where he wasn't like that, and he invited you back over there, it's because, one, he either trying to piss his parents off and make them feel some type of way to make you feel some type of way.
But who's going to keep going through that? Like, would you go over girl house knowing her family doesn't like you, knowing they're going to be doing little smart shit? I wouldn't.
And would a man continue to invite you over there knowing that the shit is going to be hostile and he just going to let it ride?
Some might, because they might be like, well, I'm going to go to my mama's house for Sunday dinner and I want you to come. Some just might.
Right, first time.
I mean, no, continuously.
But if he's doing it, okay. If the shit pop out the first time, well, my family is just
land.
Yeah,
airplane going over your head.
My family is just going at your ass. The first time they going at your ass. I invite you back. The second time they going at your ass, but I'm like, hey, y'all chill out. Like, this is the woman I want to be with. Like, y'all have y'all views or whatever. But I'm happy. If y'all can't be happy that I'm happy, then this is not gonna happen again.
I say joyful.
Joyful. You know what I'm saying? This is not gonna happen again. So y'all choose. The third time, it's not gonna be a third time. Because if I do come back the third time, please believe all that sneak dissing and slide talking out the mouth.
I ain't letting it ride no more.
They're just dead.
Right. But then that might be
on the other side of the
in y'all relationship.
But I'm saying on the other side of the spectrum, if I ask you to come over and they go on your way, next time they go on your way. Next time they go on your way. And I'm not saying nothing, of course there's gonna be a problem.
It ain't gonna be no third time if you keep letting it happen that first and second time. Ain't no third time.
But I'm saying though, a real man would not put you in that situation because at the end of the day, he always gonna be with his family because that's family.
Oh, if you say that, then let me ask you this: if you're dating someone and your family don't approve of it,
no matter the race,
no, just in general,
or
sex. No, if they don't approve of it, are you going to continue to date that person, or are you going to be like, well, I can't date you because my family don't like you?
Once again, like I said, what you eat don't make me shit, and what you fuck don't make me come.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't care what my folks say. To be honest, and
I'm happy.
I've had this problem in previous relationship where I don't, you know what I'm saying? It's rare that I see my mom and dad. I see them probably once every other month. So me showing you off to them doesn't matter. Meaning, like, I don't have to show my mom and dad to you because my mom and dad, like, okay, cool. If it make you happy, I love it. And I'm okay with that. But, I mean, I ain't got to show my mom and dad to you. But, Britt, what about you? Because I ain't come back to you. I'm sorry. We left you out. I ain't come back to you. How would you feel on the opposite end? I know you told me on the other end, your folks wouldn't care. So how would you feel on the other end?
I wouldn't come back the second time if it wasn't addressed. Now, if it is addressed, then sure, I'll come back again.
Okay.
And then if it's cool after that second time, then we good. If it's not, I'm gonna go fucking left.
Okay, cool. What about if you had to eat their food twice and it went seasoning?
No, I don't eat everybody's food anyway.
What?
I wouldn't even do it the first time. I'm just,
You don't eat everybody's food.
no,
Can you cook?
kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
Because nowadays, what I've been running into, a lot of time, men cook way better than the women.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie.
And
I've
I ain't want to jump into that, but men cook way better than
I've
women these
been
days.
with guys that cook way better than me
Okay.
because my mom didn't require us to learn
Cook.
how to cook.
Kind of handicapped you, little crutch maybe?
Yeah, look, I can admit that she did
I'll be back.
cripple us big time with that
Gotta
part,
say that.
but I've learned I can do a little bit, just a little.
Okay.
But I have met guys that can cook way better than me.
Yeah. And that's totally understandable.
Facts.
That's totally understandable.
Facts.
Men cook
I'm
better
a culinary
than women.
genius.
Men cook better than women. You know what I'm saying? One time for the one
said
time.
men
Cook better than women.
Not all the time.
Every woman I've been with, I cook way better than him.
Facts.
And that's just being 1,000 with you.
So would you say that could
Salt and pepper
probably-
ain't seasoning for the record.
No, it's
Salt
not.
and pepper
It's
is
not.
not seasoning.
So would you say that goes back to like
Their upbringing.
right? So their parent, like my mom, she did not.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not trying to go off topic, but if I go inside your house and I see instant mashed potatoes,
Oh no.
oh man, it's a deal breaker. I mean, I ain't gonna break up with you for it, but I'm gonna throw it away. I am gonna throw it away. Instant mashed potatoes, G. Like all you do is add water and put on a pot and
Yeah.
a little butter, a little salt. What's that?
I can do
What's
both.
that?
I can make homemade mashed potatoes, and I do instant. I'm not gonna say I don't, but I do. But I don't.
It's a lot of stuff instant that I will allow.
Hey, my partner said, "Sorry, I ate before I came."
Alright. Alright.
Man, look.
I mean, for real though, it's like I love cooking. Let me just let that be known first. I love cooking. Got a hashtag on Instagram, Chef Diesel.
Chef Diesel.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can see all the stuff that I be whipping up in the kitchen. I'm fine with it.
Oh yes, sir.
But like some of the instant stuff I understand as far as when it's time consuming. But if you just got a cabinet full of instant shit, and the only thing that you had that you cooking is like maybe the meat or the main course. I ain't even gonna say the meat, but the main course. Like that's what you got. That's the only thing that's really taking time. Like you spent most of your time cooking the main course than the sides. Because you like, oh yeah, the main course will be done in like 45 minutes. And then you take the main course out, you're like, yep, the meat's ready. Give me 2 minutes. And you done got mashed potatoes, broccoli, onion rings.
Everything instant.
Rhonda, let me cut you off.
Like, no.
Word on the street is, it wasn't from me. I ain't gonna say from who. Rhonda, your food be nasty. I ain't gonna say who said it, but somebody said your food be nasty.
Anybody that ever said my food nasty, Rod. Anybody that ever said my food nasty, Rod, is not only a hater, but he can't bench press more than 25 pounds.
Ooh. Hey, side note.
Mind you, I don't know who said this shit, Rod, but he can't bench press more than 25 pounds.
Hey, side note.
And he miss leg day every day.
For ladies,
Damn.
for all the ladies, if you're talking to a guy and he cannot do 50 push-ups, I need to inform y'all right now that you're talking to a woman, and now you're a lesbian. Just letting y'all know.
Okay, so what if a girl like can't wear heels? Is that an issue?
Yes, that's the issue for me.
Why?
Man, listen. When a woman can't wear heels, G, man, I love seeing a woman walking heels. But if you think I want to see her in this, it ain't even about the price. This dress that just bad, showing off every curve. It ain't necessarily showing off her, you know what I'm saying, showing her titties out, but showing off her assets in every curve, coat bottom and all that. And then I look down and she got on some Chuck Taylors. Or she got on a 13 that just came out.
Some J's.
Man, that's a deal breaker.
Let go,
what if they
Brittany.
just
Brittany, what you got?
sandals?
Brittany, what you got?
So, question: is there a preference on heels for guys? Because girls can wear heels that are Not that high.
Y'all got barbecue heels. Yeah, I got the family cookout heels. You got the club heels when you trying to find a man.
Walking on the beach heels. That's the wedges.
Yes, the wedge, man.
The
Listen. Females got a lot of heels for different occasions. G.
That's true. But I have met guys that will be
No, you said it right the first time.
boys. Okay.
Yeah, cause what you about to say is probably finna be a boy
And
reaction.
I'm gonna let you know this: black men don't cheat.
They were
Amen.
like
Black
the
men
type
don't
of
cheat.
What
heels
works for you?
that I was wearing. They were the style at the time, but they was like, yeah, those look like stripper shoes.
How tall was it? 6 inches.
I mean, I don't think they're
Roughly.
stripper heels because I've seen what the fuck stripper heels look like.
I know what stripper heels look like. See, I worked in the club.
But they not that tall, but they're
Like
tall.
stripper heels to men are the ones that when you put your foot in, it's like that much
Hand ain't even that
on
big,
the front
them mud.
and the heel.
But some
Like-
some shoes do have a platform.
If
on
you
it.
could put a fish inside
Of your
the
heel?
front
And I've seen that.
Yeah, that's,
Of your
that's
heel.
the big, yeah, them the stripper
Those
heels.
are
Those-
stripper
Those
heels.
stripper heels.
are stripper / pimp shoes.
Yeah, those stripper heels.
You know, like those, but like the regular, like the one with like the little pointed shits and
hate
you know like
They're
those.
so cute. I can't wear them.
I get
though.
them. Why?
They hurt my toes.
They are uncomfortable.
I can't. They hurt my toes.
I
It
heard a
squeeze
wise
my
woman
toes.
once say, "Beauty is pain."
That's true.
You-
I'm not
Beauty
gonna be
is definitely
uncomfortable. I'm just not gonna be uncomfortable.
I'm so biased. I will be uncomfortable.
I'm not gonna be
I
uncomfortable.
can't really say because after
I will
me
be
living,
uncomfortable.
I come out dressed however I feel, t-shirt and sweatpants all the time. Because when I do dress up, I be hot, and I'm drinking. I'm
Hey,
hot.
When everybody's going
I
nuts.
clean up well, but please believe what I put on is gonna be for whatever I'm doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
So if I got like a nice little suit on or some junk like that, please believe I'm not gonna be drinking that much.
You're not gonna be uncomfortable.
Because I don't want that suit to turn into a wife beater and some dress pants.
So word on the street was it said she knew them was stripper heels. She was trying to show off her skills, walking like a G when she could have put on mugs.
But her legs looking like a newborn deer.
Yeah, bro, females' calf muscles are so strong.
Boy,
They feel
hey,
like a brick.
you know,
I love.
you know
calves.
the one thing I like about when women wear heels is how defined that they calf muscle to thigh ratio look.
Oh yeah.
Like, bruh, on my mama, if they got like the right size heels on for their feet, that calf muscle to thigh ratio, oh my God.
I can't stand a female that can't wear heels and they leaning. Don't wear them.
Oh, you talking
yeah.
well, look like they stand on the side of them?
Yeah.
I got a question. I got a question.
Right, you want to
And
get at it?
And
Get at
it kind of goes back to see like,
Come on.
do y'all care about what people think about y'all?
Yeah,
So
no.
we was talking about interracial dating. How do y'all feel about going out in public? For example, we all, you know what I'm saying, seen some clubs, a predominantly black strip club, or maybe just a club in general. with your
Club, bar,
significant-
whatever.
Yeah, with your significant other being the opposite, whether opposing race or the opposite sex.
Opposite sex or same sex?
I mean, excuse me, you're right. Sorry. Same sex and opposing race.
I don't care.
You don't care?
What
You don't
these
care what people think about you?
You ain't going home with me.
I don't care because I dated women, so I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
What about a white girl? You bringing a white girl to the club. You know they're going to look at you sideways.
Right, and that's fine.
I wouldn't care.
But I'm thinking like more so it's like guys trying to come home with me and the person I'm with. You know what I'm saying? But so I don't care.
So I got a question, real question, because sometimes, and this is me, do you care more
Alright,
about
trying
what
to
your
ask you.
friends think of you? When I say friends, like close friends. Friends that you call your brother, sister, that you call godparents if you have kids. Do you care more about what they think or what your mom and dad think?
I don't care what nobody think but my mama.
Okay. Britt, what about you?
yes,
These-
same. And I really don't too much care what she think after a while.
Okay, these.
I'm 50-50 on both.
Me too.
Right, send a request again.
I'm really 50-50 on both because I look at it like, of course, like my parents and stuff are gonna be first.
Yeah.
Like how they view whatever like relationship I'm in or who I'm dealing with, like even my friends around me, because all of that is relationship.
Yeah.
If they don't approve of it, it's a problem. And if I'm dating somebody, guess what? I'm gonna have them both around my family, my mother and father, or my parents and all that stuff, and I'm gonna have them around my friends.
Okay.
So if both sides feel like, oh, they don't approve of it, that's a problem. Like it might be a situation where one will approve and the other don't. I can always choose between it because now I'm looking on the basis of who opinions do I value more.
Okay.
Because I'm always gonna have my mama and dad.
Thanks.
I'm not always gonna have y'all as friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. Like we could fall out. If we fall out today, I'm not gonna know y'all. So the fact that y'all didn't approve of my girlfriend and we are no longer friends, why is that still a factor?
But I got a question. So and I do this. So when you're talking to a new chick, do you or do you not sometimes kind of drop them in the chat with your boys to kind of see, not necessarily if they approve, to see if anybody have talked to her or know anything about them?
I used to do that back in the day.
That seems like a man thing.
When I would,
Women do it too.
that's why you were talking to me.
That's what I said Diesel, but women do it.
That's
Women
why
do it too. Women to drop a guy in the chat to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Quit playing.
Yeah, y'all do.
I
Y'all
never
probably don't do
have.
it as often as we do, but y'all do it.
I never have.
But I mean, like I said, I used to do that back in the day because that was a thing that I was worried about.
Mm-hmm.
But now, as I done got older and I done grown so much, I don't really care. As long as it's not like no situation that pops up and say, hey, B, you know what I'm saying, used to be nah
You know what I'm saying?
with the girl you with
So,
now. You
okay,
know,
so,
like other
like,
than that, I
with
wouldn't
that,
I wouldn't give a
so-
shit.
If one of your homeboys talked to a girl you just met, say like 10 years ago, you'll still talk to her? Or you
Nope,
wouldn't?
dead.
10 years ago, that's dead.
Dead.
So you wouldn't talk to her?
Because if he talked to her 10 years ago and we still cool, that means 9 times out of 10, and this might be breaking guy code, I don't know.
I'll let you know in 1 second.
I know what the fuck was going on.
Ryan
You know,
said you lying, Randall.
He didn't break guy code, but he was on the surface.
Right, you know.
He was on the surface. He didn't break it, but
Right,
he was on
you know
the
what I'm saying?
surface.
Like, I mean, like for real. Like, if I'm not gonna sit here and say that we don't.
Yeah, guy code.
However,
I feel like with men,
I can't do
y'all
it.
don't care.
I can't do it.
I don't feel like. I feel like y'all don't care.
and that's the thing, men do care.
But we do care.
The reason, the reason why you hold
Yeah.
up. First
That's
off,
how
hold
y'all
up,
look
hold
at
up,
it, yeah.
hold up, hold up.
Because
Hold
it
up.
could be like,
Hold up.
man, you used to talk to her like shit.
Boom.
She all in my inbox like shit. Go for it.
Hold up. First off, I would like to shout out our audience member who always got a free ticket.
Suge too real.
Miss Suge too real.
Suge too real.
She is in the audience.
I
She got
cannot-
something to say.
I
She
cannot
got
talk
something
to
to say.
somebody, one of my
And she
friends
gonna
used
say
to
it
talk to.
regardless
mess
if
with.
we can
I
hear
can't do it.
or not.
I'm not
It
doing
depends on what level y'all at. 'cause
I don't care what
if-
level.
if
Y'all
my-
could have just messed around. I'm not doing it.
It depends. Like, once again, because if y'all
Wait, hold up. So you saying if you find out about it, it's over with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So that makes sense.
So it also depends, like, how far they went. Like, because you could just be on some sporadic one night thing,
Yes.
and it means absolutely nothing. If I can swallow my pride and still date you, then I'm going to date you. But if y'all was in love or my boy liked you on any type of circumstances or any type of level,
Ooh, yes.
then I ain't fooling
Yes.
with you.
I'm
And
not
be like,
doing it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
Okay, so what if you met a girl and y'all start vibing, but you don't tell your homeboys about it till later? Like, yeah, man, I met this chick, blase, whatever. And you bring her around, right? And he tells you, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Me and her used to kick it. Are you going to stop dealing with her?
Nah, we're going to talk about it. What you mean kick it?
Yeah.
If
What
say
you
kick,
mean by
like, we done
kick?
got a couple times, ain't nothing happened, so oh well.
Y'all
Like,
went on
nah,
a couple
they-
of dates.
Like, they was probably kicking it for like 6 months.
I'm saying, what is kicking it though? Y'all went on a couple of dates.
Sex.
Say R.I.P. R.I.P.
yeah.
R.I.P.
I
R.I.P.
just can't do it.
R.I.P. I just killed the bug. It was crawling on the nigga. Almost killed the thug.
R.I.P.
That's dead.
It's dead.
That's dead as hell.
But for real though,
Because when
Y'all say that. Y'all would be surprised how many y'all homeboys go behind y'all back and try to talk to the girl y'all didn't talk to.
we sent them. We sent them. I'm sorry. For all my brothers.
That's fucked up.
For all my brothers.
Damn.
I know I just broke guy code.
that was a guy code break, but it was a heat of passion, so we will
That's
allow
Hey,
it
okay.
from the guy community. We will allow that.
For
We will allow that.
BMac, I just broke guy code. I'm sorry, but we sent them. I
And then-
had a female tell me, "What you don't know is your boys ain't your real boys. They trying to holler me behind your back." I said, "Word, that crazy."
But why do y'all
That's
do
crazy.
that? Why do y'all do that?
Because we told her, we gave y'all a good review.
All right.
Out of 5 stars, you got 4.75.
On Yelp.
That's why you never
On
tell
Yelp.
your friends about the person you dealt with. Like y'all sexual encounters, you don't tell them about that. Because then it's going to make them like, oh shit, let me try this.
I mean, it depends on who you is. If you my girl, we ain't finna talk about no sexual encounter we ever had.
And then too, with that situation right there, that proves one or two things. One, she really wasn't shit. That's why I'm not with her. And two, the niggas that I'm fucking with, they ain't shit.
So there you go. Sorry, I'm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't give a fuck who he talking to, how bad she is, how many things he done told me or whatever in privacy between me and him. If he break up with her, I'm not shooting my shot at her.
Facts.
I'm not. And if she come talk to me, guess what the first thing I'm gonna do? I'm like, word, real talk. Maybe.
Seen it all the time, though. I seen it all the time.
I understand that,
But
but if
the fact that you seen it all the time just proves the fact that the person that you was with ain't shit. The person that tried to shoot their shot that you call your friend ain't shit.
if my soulmate is one of my homeboys or homegirls, ex-girlfriend, whatever, cause I would never know. Cause I'm not going behind my partner.
I
Especially if they
wouldn't.
was in love, like I'm not.
Man, I done had like my exes, and it might be like, okay, we broke up. Their friends tried to talk to me.
Because
Cause
they
they ain't
friends
shit.
wasn't
And
shit.
that's fucked up. But then y'all still hang together though.
They may not be
It's
really.
fucked
He
up.
like hanging with ain't shit niggas.
I'm just saying.
Or
this-
they probably had that conversation. They could have had that conversation.
Yeah.
That conversation they could have had. Like they play stupid. I play stupid all the time.
To see if you was not shit.
I'm
And to see if you going.
Because
But why
if,
does it matter if y'all not together though? Why? If
Because
y'all not
if-
together,
It
so
just
why
kinda-
even do that?
Okay, it's like Germans. We could be 99.9% sure you ain't the one, but that 1%,
That
that
1%.
1% that my partner gave me that she fooling with me, that's they, I made the right decision. Forget her.
that 1%.
But no, that doesn't make sense because if y'all already broke up, and you're telling your homeboy, okay, yeah, go for it, blah blah blah, that don't make sense to me.
Oh, I
It's
just want to
not
pause the
gonna make sense.
podcast right quick because didn't nobody see that white ass spider?
No,
No, where was it?
Nigga,
he killed it.
Nah, then it did.
bruh.
R.I.P.
My
I just
phone
killed the
died.
bug. It was crawling.
And we just said it. That's what made me say it. I just killed the fuck out of that white ass spider.
I'm so
How
really-
big was it?
It don't matter. He dead now.
I
He
hope
dead
he
now.
He wasn't big enough. Know that.
Stunner say that nigga did.
That
That
what she
nigga
said.
did.
I would have knocked all this shit over.
Man.
Shit, you. Baby,
Oh
so,
shit.
so I got a question.
my life died.
I got a question. How do y'all feel about the toxicity in black homes?
Toxicity
In
in
black.
black home.
Home.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
I'm gonna
Or
elaborate. Like, what do you think? It's broad topic. What do you think went wrong, or what do you think we can do better? Or like, for example, statistically speaking, they say 73% of African Americans grow up in single parent households. Like, what do you think we went wrong at? Like, who do you, not necessarily saying who do you blame, not saying who you point the finger at, but where did we go wrong? How can we change that percentage and make that better? I'm gonna go with Diesel first.
you wanna go, Brick?
Oh, okay.
What
Nah,
Want me to go?
Brick, you ain't been saying much.
I just about to say you been so
Brick, you ain't been
quiet.
saying that.
Hey, you talking about I'm finna go? No, you.
Well, I think it starts with
Was you raised with both parents?
yes.
Okay.
I think it starts with this might be a controversial,
No, you're fine. You're fine.
but I think it
Don't
starts
worry.
with
I click explicit every time I upload, so it don't matter.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna talk about the stuff people don't want to say. These are the conversations people don't like to talk about.
that's true. I feel that it started with welfare in the black community.
Welfare.
Yes.
Okay.
If you are on Section 8, a black female, you are not allowed to have a male in that household because government assistance is taking care of your situation. You can't have a black male. You can't have a male in your house.
Okay.
I think that is one of the triggers that started. So if you don't have a black male in that household, you can't have a proper representation of a proper healthy upbringing household, both parent, mother and father. If you don't have a father there, that's where that part and of the fact that
So I got a question.
Drugs,
I got a
man.
question for you. I got a question. We
Yes.
having a me and you conversation right now. We're gonna incorporate Bone and Diesel in a minute. So do you think it's possible to have both parents in the household and still be missing a father figure?
yes, I do believe that. I believe that very strongly because although I had a father in the home, my dad wasn't in tune to his children like my mom was. I had my dad there, but he wasn't there.
Now, I can't say my dad wasn't there, but I can say my dad did work 2 jobs. So it was rare that I seen him. So the stuff that I did pick up for him, no matter how hard times get, tough times don't last, stuff people do. Like, these are the concepts I got from him.
Right.
But I probably could have got more if he was able to spend more time. But at the same time, he had to provide as a man, as a family. He didn't have the time to say, I was tired, sleepy, or I don't feel like doing it. Because the moment he say such things is the moment we don't eat. It's the moment our lights off. The moment we can't bathe. So it wasn't until roughly probably like 6 years ago that I picked that up. Just saying.
Well, see, on your end, it's your dad is providing for your household, so this is a necessary must.
But I never
it has
seen
to
him.
be right. It has to be done. But my dad was there every day. He ain't do no 2 job, nothing.
I understand.
He there 6 o'clock. He walked through the door, but he goes directly to his room. He don't sit at the table. He don't ask his kids how was school, how your day go, what we have for dinner.
But the grass is greener on the other side, because even though my dad was out providing, working probably 24 hours, dang, out of 24 hours in the day, probably working 16 on. I wanted to look over in the crowd because I played sports. I want to look over in the crowd and be like, oh yeah, my dad over there watching. I'm driving 40, Kobe number 24, but I ain't had that. And I seen other kids that had it. I'm like, dang, I was jealous. But at the same time, he like, so you want me at the game or you want to eat?
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that double-edged sword.
Double-edged sword.
Yes.
You can attack with it both ways. I like that.
Pretty much.
Jesus, what about you?
Man. The thing about my situation is, I want to say that.
And let me cut you out real quick. Was all y'all siblings in the same household?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was me, my mother, my father at one point, my sister, and my brother.
Okay.
And then when my mother part ways with my father, she had a step. She remarried.
Okay.
And we had another father.
So she divorced around.
Don't make me lie.
Yeah, well, I'm saying when I asked that, I wasn't asking for a particular age, but like, was you grown?
I would say
out the house.
No, I was.
School?
Yeah. I was young. I'll probably say the divorce probably happened when I was like maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 or 4. However, during that whole time, it wasn't until I got of age that I realized at that point that my mother and father were not married.
Okay.
Like, basically, I would say I came to cope with it when I met my stepdad. Because it was like, oh, I married him. And I'm like, how can you marry him?
Yeah.
And you're
not my dad.
You know what I'm saying? Because like at the time my dad worked at U.S. Steel. He been working there since he was like 19, I believe. If I remember correctly, he worked there since 19. And U.S. Steel always had crazy hours.
Facts.
Like
to this day.
Like it'll be weeks. My daddy was always at the house. Then it'll be weeks when I ain't see this nigga.
To this day.
You know what I'm saying?
To this day.
So me not seeing him for a long period of time in one spot wasn't a big thing. Cause I would know like, I'm always gonna see him. Like, that's one thing my dad did. He was constantly there. He was constantly, like, if he wasn't pulling up, we was at his house or whatever. Picking us up from school, coming to the house, seeing us. We was at his house spending the night. All that stuff. He wasn't there. It wasn't until my mother got remarried that I realized, like, oh, these niggas are not married anymore. Like, this is a whole nother being there. But even with that instant, though, I still had some type of father figure, quote unquote, in my life. So I never had that period of time or that gap where it was a man was there, a man wasn't there. It was like a man is there, and now 2 men are there. So I always had that type of influence, and both of them kept me in line. They taught me things that a man's supposed to teach a son or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
So in that retrospect, I can't really too much hardly relate with somebody saying like, oh, yeah, my mama was married, but my father was never there, stuff like that. Like, I get it, because even with my father not being married to my mother, that didn't stop him from showing up every day or every other day or whatever. Like any free time he had, he pulling up.
Hey, everybody didn't have that same luxury. Everybody did
Right.
not have that same luxury.
Right. So like when I hear somebody saying like, oh yeah, I ain't live with my father. And I'm like, well, did you see that nigga? Like those would be my follow-up question. Like you say, oh yeah, my father went ever around. I'm like, so you never saw him? I mean, yeah, he'll pop up every now and then. Okay, but did you like interact with him? And I mean, he used to take us to go out and do stuff. You know, he threw ball with me and stuff like. I'm like, okay, so how was he not around?
So do you consider that like once a year him being around though?
Once a year?
Yes. You consider that him being around?
Like if he came
Times
once
I
a year?
I feel like time spent with your father is time spent. You know, the definition for me is not being around might be a different definition for you for not being around. Once a year for me might be cool because I know for a fact that no matter what, I'm gonna see this nigga. Versus you, who was like he might come around once a year, it might be a year he missed. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know. You might see this nigga on a Monday and might never see him again. But I know for a fact if I see this nigga on Monday, next year, I'm gonna see him again Monday.
I mean, to clear it up, what he's saying is, it ain't the time, it's what you put in the time.
There you go.
Because, I mean, same thing about direction. You can be going really fast, nowhere. But on top of that, like, the time you put in is nothing. I can spend 6 hours in the gym and not get no progress. But I can put 6 hours in the gym and show major progress. So it's kind of like, I can see you and you do nothing for me. But then I can see you and you instill knowledge in me and you provide me with qualities that are characteristic traits that I didn't have before.
Right.
And you know, better me off in life.
Yeah. Like if the nigga with the walker to you was like, hey, you know I'm your daddy.
That's it.
Nice seeing you. I'm gonna go.
And that's all you need.
No, I'm saying that's all I need. I'm just saying like if it's a situation like that, like that's stupid. That's not seeing your father every day.
Right.
That's seeing a man who helped make you with your mother.
Right.
But he like, hey, how you doing? Talk to me. How was your day? This and that, blah, blah, blah. Let me explain something to you. Let me show you these things. Let me do this for you. You need anything? If you need anything, call. I gotta go. But that's a father coming to you and showing. Why you don't think so?
No, I mean, Bone, I want to ask you a question too, because we got around the table to Britt. You know, she had both parents. Diesel, I had both parents, but Britt, I mean, Bone, we didn't get to you. So Bone, I'm gonna go to you next.
Yeah, because when people talk like, okay, see, I feel like it's all about on how you was brought up. I wasn't brought up in a 2-parent household, so because some people were, they're gonna look at things differently. So like with me and my daddy, so my mom and daddy, I don't even know, they was married at one point, whatever though. They was together, so I think we came. Okay, so we came here like when we were 5. Yeah, so when we were 5.
Came here?
Birmingham.
Where you from?
I was born in South Carolina, moved to Germany, then moved to Georgia, and then we came here. So I've been here since.
Army child.
Right.
Army child.
So I've been here since we was 5. So to me, so my daddy wasn't here. So my daddy would come every couple of years for a birthday.
Okay.
Them other years he might call, and that's because my mama calling him, reminding him it's our birthday. Didn't find that out till we were grown.
Okay.
So even with him coming every other year, every 2 years, it was like it was never really a happy, oh, I'm happy to see you type thing. That's why, like, to me, like, I don't feel the same way about my daddy that I do my mama, and that's just being honest. I can't even sit here and have a conversation with my daddy because it feels weird. Mm-hmm. Even if my daddy comes around and like, I want to take y'all out to eat, it's like, I don't want to go, because it's like it just feels weird to me.
And that's wholeheartedly understandable. Like, I wouldn't want to. I mean, I can't say, because, like I said, my dad was there, but he wasn't there. Like, it's the stuff I didn't find out till, like I said, 6 years ago, that I'm like, man, my daddy wasn't there. He didn't come to my basketball, football games. He didn't come to any of my games. He didn't come to my kickboxing classes. I didn't see him. So theoretically, I was angry. Like, man, I see all my other friends' parents there. And, like, it was for the fact, like, I had a friend named Cedric Lewis. His mom used to take me home after practice or after the games. But everybody else around with their mom and dad. it grew small hatred in my heart for him, but I didn't think of the big picture until later on. I didn't think the fact that I was able to unlock my door with my key and walk in and shower, wash my clothes, and jump in my bed that he was doing such things. So 2011, February 4th, my mom got diagnosed with breast cancer. My dad picked up not only 2 jobs, but 3 jobs. So he is rarely sleeping. So like I said, 2011, 9 years ago, I didn't see the fact that okay, he's providing. He's putting down. He's sacrificing his sleep. He's sacrificing his peace of mind. That everything he's sacrificing is for us. I didn't find out about 6 years ago. So I can't really blame him for my past. It's some things in your heart that eventually you got to let go. Because I grew hatred. And it's some people that still grow hatred for their father for not being there. But I be telling people, be thankful that you even know. So a lot of people father dead or in jail, or they don't know him at all.
True.
Or like, for example, my cousin, his father is in jail right now, right? Which is my uncle. And he feel as if he should live that same life. Because he liked the fact that my uncle, his father, was well respected in the streets. Even in jail, they still respect him because of the name. But I'm not going that route, and I cannot go that route. So, I mean, it's all about how you look at it. It's perspective.
Yeah, that's true. But see, that's kind of different. Like with you and your daddy. Like my daddy, I could call my daddy. Like when we was young, I could call my daddy. Oh, I'm asleep right now. I'm gonna call you back. I ain't never heard from him since then. You know what I'm saying? Months then went by, or it could be, yeah, I call him. Yeah, I just left Birmingham. I was in Bessemer. We stayed in Fairfield. You know what I'm saying? You ain't decided to stop by or say that you was here. So it's like, I have no respect for my daddy, none whatsoever, for the simple fact you was grown before I was grown. You had the choice to call. You could easily pick up the phone and call, but you chose not to. So even like if he come here now, it's like, yeah, y'all want to go out to eat? Nah, not for real. Like, we ain't got no relationship. And I'm grown now, but you, like, the way you look at it is, oh, you shouldn't smoke in front of me. You shouldn't drink in front of me. I'm grown. If my mama don't have an issue with it, you can't tell me what I can and cannot do.
So you feel like just because he wasn't there, you shouldn't respect him as an adult or as your father?
Yeah. For what?
I definitely disagree.
Yeah,
I
for
do
what?
too.
Well, how do you feel, Britt?
I
Britt Brett.
disagree with
I'm calling you Britt Brett.
That's fine. Everybody call me that.
Britt Brett.
Yeah.
Britt Brett, how do you feel
BeeBee.
about it?
BeeBee.
I
That's how I
like
should have introduced you. BeeBee. BeeBee.
Yeah, I
It's funny saying BeeBee.
BeeBee.
It's BeeBee.
can't.
You gotta hear her say it.
BeeBee.
So,
See,
so,
BeeBee.
so you say you agree or you disagree?
I disagree.
Okay.
I just, even I've
It's
been in that
not
situation.
charging.
My biological father wasn't in the picture, but when I did see him, it was a, hey, I'm not gone.
Was it a what's up, bruh? Or how you doing, sir?
It was more so, how you doing, sir? I
Okay.
would never, but that's just my
Exactly,
demeanor. I'm
exactly.
not
Yeah, I
like,
got you, I got you.
what up? Oh, hell no, that's just not me. But
Nope.
yes, I have that pent up hostility towards him, but I won't let it be known to him. I'll tell my mom, and then my mom will express it to him, because I feel like adults could have that conversation better than a child and an adult.
Facts. Because I've been popped in the mouth because I can't get in grown folks' business.
Right.
Yeah, and that ain't it there, G. I hate getting popped in the mouth. I done had blood spit out my mouth because I don't supposed to be in grown folks' business.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely the number one thing the black folks say.
Don't be in my business.
Don't be in grown folk business. You can't.
All right, there you go.
So, and another thing, I'm gonna say this: child support.
Ooh.
I know, right? I'm not gonna dig deep into it. I am not gonna dig deep into it. Child support is for failed fathers
Amen.
and not failed relationships.
Right.
A lot of females put guys. I don't have any kids, so I'm not being biased on either side. A lot of females put guys on child support because
Failed relationship.
exactly because they don't want to be with them no more because they
Right.
seen the toxicity that's in them. And for example, like you got females that do spiteful things, or you know. And I heard of postpartum depression. Postpartum depression.
Okay.
I've heard of it, and they say it lasts anywhere from 3 months to dang near 2 years. But what I also say is, you're not finna deprive me of my peace of mind for your postpartum depression. Because as a man, it's more my play as a man.
Right.
So you're not finna deprive me of my peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, I guarantee y'all, everybody should agree with me when I say this. When you get off of work, you go to the grocery store, you go get some gas. You even go by if you go by your grandma's or your dad and your dad's house to fix this, to fix that, or do something for them. When you come to your home, your place of tranquility and peace, you want to relax.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that peace of mind and you can't relax, as soon as you walk in the door, you hear your girlfriend, wife, baby mom say, I need you to go back out to the store and get this and that third. You ain't got no peace of mind, fam.
Right.
At the end of the day, you're going to lose it.
Definitely.
But they also have deadbeat baby mamas too, though.
And there's a such thing. I know a guy that's getting child support off his wife right now, and she's in the army.
Hey.
Yeah, that's possible.
I'm sorry. The only and yes, I am happy about that. The only reason I clap for that because you rarely hear shit like that.
Yeah.
You rarely hear shit like that. A man is getting child support. Let's do a brief intermission. I got to pay some bills. We gonna do that, and then boom, we gonna be right back at it. We gonna be right back to y'all. Citylimitz podcast, blase blase. Brief intermission, country music. And we're back.
Yes, sir. Yes,
from
sir.
the brief intermission.
Yes, sir.
And we are back. I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna start doing brief intermissions when I feel like the conversation is real good and no, not so much just calm down. But I feel like I'm gonna start doing brief intermission when I feel like everything is real good and real hectic and everything is going very, very well. Cause you know, sometimes it might be a long podcast, sometimes it might be a short one. But I feel like the brief intermissions are good. But I just know next time, I probably won't do it on this edit, but the next edit I do, nigga, I can't wait for y'all to hear the intro. I wish I could pull it up on my phone, but the intro to my shit, oh my God, that beat so hard. No, I can't pull it up. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, cool.
Let it be a surprise.
So check this out. I mean, previously we did the Black Card Revoke.
Yep.
We talked about interracial dating.
We did.
And then we also talked about the toxicity in black households. Now we're gonna talk about the sitcoms that we all was raised on.
Sitcoms.
Oh.
We seen the King's Tower, aka Jamie Foxx show. We seen the Marlon Wayne brothers where the dad was just there.
Yes.
Okay.
We have also seen different what's it called? Not living single. We seen the Cosby Show.
Yes.
Cosby Show.
We seen Family Matters.
Yes.
Fresh Prince.
We seen the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Why he don't want me, man? It's probably my favorite
Oh my
episode.
God.
It's my favorite episode. It's my favorite
my
episode.
God.
Tearjerker.
I know, right? I know. Let me wipe my eye.
Oh my God.
But of all these sitcoms, I mean, which one of y'all? I mean, which one was y'all favorite? Now I'm gonna say I'm gonna put different colors in there because I like that too. But I'm gonna say like even one. We can put 1-on-1 in there because we seen Flex, aka raised a daughter in a single parent household,
Which was unseen until
unheard of until
that
1-on-1.
time.
And that's a long time.
And that just go back to toxicity in the black households. Let's go. Like my favorite one, I have to say, Family Matters.
Why Family Matters? Elaborate.
Family Matters because Steve Urkel wasn't necessarily their son. And he was kind of, I ain't gonna say shun, but he was different from the other kids, from the other siblings. Meaning, you had one that was a kind of ladies' man. You had women that was just, you know what I'm saying, book smart, but you had both parents in the household. I lied. Now that I think about it as I'm talking, I'm gonna take that back. My favorite was the Cosby Show.
I was gonna. That's
Yeah. I mean, no. You can definitely piggyback. You can definitely piggyback off me. My favorite was the Cosby Show. They taught life values and life lessons throughout the whole sitcoms. And guess what? We're gonna throw in the Moesha Show. We're gonna throw in what was the guy name with Damian Wayans? My Wife and Kids. My Wife and Kids. We're gonna put My Wife and Kids in there as well as Moesha. No? Talk to me. I know it's not as old as the Cosby Show and Family Matters, but
I didn't like Moesha.
You didn't like Moesha?
No,
Explain, please. I gotta ask. You just can't go without asking.
I didn't care for Moesha because of she was really a negative person.
She was a thought.
That too, but she
was a thought.
I understand, friends had a way of going at each other, but I just used to think she just used to take it way too
Moesha,
far.
Moesha talked to older people, or every female majority of the time likes an older guy. Moesha also talked to college professors, people that was older than her, rappers, songwriters, artists, and anybody that was older than her. She pretty much talked to him.
I didn't like Moesha.
Moesha, I'm not gonna discredit her because she had every superstar on there. But as far as toxicity in the black household, she showed how much black parents paid attention to her.
Yeah.
Meaning her mom and dad didn't pay as much attention to her as they thought.
True.
Which goes down to the kids' lines. Like, so the oldest is usually the most responsible, so they say. The youngest is the baby, so they get spoiled.
True.
And the middle child, and I'm a middle child, by the way, so I might be a little biased to this.
I'm sorry.
It's left out. The middle child is always left out of the conversation, bro. And are you the middle child?
No, I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest.
Yes.
So you was most responsible. You were responsible for cooking breakfast. You were responsible for taking the trash out.
Yeah.
You were responsible. You see what I'm saying?
Getting everybody up for school.
Getting everybody up for school.
Walking people to the bus stop. Yeah, that was me.
And you know what was me? Forgot about.
Okay. My sister, I hate to say this because people don't like having that conversation. But in my household, my dad more so favored my sister. So whatever she wanted to do under the sun, she was, you gonna do it, you can do it, here you go, I got it. But me, I was like, nah, you can't do it right now. Your sister's doing something right now. That might
And who
be
was the oldest?
me.
She was the oldest. I was the middle child. Diesel, what Diesel, what was you? You said it was 3 of y'all, right?
Oh,
2 boys and a girl.
I'm the middle child.
Oh, so you understand? Did
Oh,
you feel like me? When I say did you feel like me?
Middle child syndrome.
Did you feel like me? Did you do everything for yourself? And granted, I can tell you everything I did for myself. My first cell phone was a sidekick. No, not a lie. It was a Nokia with snake. But beforehand,
Ooh,
next,
fancy.
next, I said Nokia with a snake on the phone. Next
Fancy.
That was fancy back then.
Oh, my bad.
That was our thing.
What?
So,
Nokia with the snake?
wait. I also had the 2-way. Now quit playing with me.
That's what I said. Oh,
I had
fancy.
I had the 2-way. Now quit
two-way.
playing with me.
Fancy.
But I also had the sidekick, right, that I paid for myself.
See,
I paid
I
for my
had
song
sidekick.
bill.
Rich.
Man, listen, I hustled. We cut grass. You know what I'm saying?
I was a brat.
I bought my first car cash. I bought my second car cash. First cell phone.
Parents.
Then when it come down to my oldest brother and my youngest sister, but they bought them 2 cars a piece. When I say that, they wrecked the first one. Both of them wrecked the first one. And they got them another one, right? So when it was time for me to get, I got my license. And I got my license. They said, I got my license. Can I borrow your car to pull up on a shorty? They said, you need car insurance. What?
Didn't they tell you what they told you? You need what?
You need car insurance.
You need car insurance.
But-
you know why? Because
but-
it ain't your car.
But my oldest brother didn't have car insurance or a license.
Oh.
My youngest sister didn't have car insurance or a license.
Oh.
But then when they come to me, I need both of them. Man, get out of here.
I'm
What?
sorry.
Middle child syndrome is real.
They don't believe me.
Sorry.
Bruh, on my mama.
I'm sorry.
On everything I know and love. Bruh, my first car was an Astrovan.
Oh, my auntie on here. She know I'm middle child.
Bruh,
Go ahead, though.
My first car was an Astrovan.
I'm so sorry. For
That
y'all.
was the car that my mother had that we had for the car. Only reason I got the Astrovan was because my sister wasn't going to drive it. My second car was a Honda Accord. The reason I had the Honda Accord was because my mother needed a second car. So we got the second car. Guess who drove the Honda Accord?
You.
Nah.
Oh.
We all drove the Honda Accord.
And it
But
makes
my
sense.
sister said, oh, I don't want a Honda Accord. And my brother like, hey, I got a car. I'm going to drive it. The first time something happened to that car, it sat in the driveway. It was a busted window because he went to the club. True story. He went to the club and got my hat stolen. And the reason why I'm so mad about this is because it was a hat back in the day. Y'all remember Central Plaza?
Yeah,
it had Hat
Central
World.
Plaza Mall. And
it had Hat World, right? And like you walk in there, and
that
it was
place
like
been cold about 15 years.
it was like they had like the house the hats in like the glass case. Those were like their special hats. It was a all black suede New York Yankee hat, but the shit had glitter in it. And it was baby blue around the New York Yankee sign.
Oh,
that hat was $79.99, and I bought that bitch fresh out the case. My brother took my hat, wore it, went out to the club, left the hat in the club. He was like, "Shit, I don't want to get this hat dirty while I'm in the club." Left it in the club. Bust the window. They took the radio out and the hat.
And niggas was stealing radios back then.
He took the car, parked it by the side of the house, and said, "I'm not driving that car because it don't have a window."
Man,
that's how I got the Honda Accord. After the Honda Accord, my daddy bought me a Toyota Camry, 86.
So before we go straight away from topic, I know Britt said her favorite.
I
know. No, you're fine. I know Britt said her favorite topic was, her favorite sitcom was The Cosby's.
Yeah.
Diesel, what was your favorite sitcom so far?
My favorite.
I named a lot.
Yeah,
what's yours? You can think about it.
My favorite sitcom. Now, before I answer, are we speaking on relatability or just
more so? We're talking about the toxicity of black households.
Toxicity of black households.
So you know what I'm saying. I named Family Matters. I named the Cosby's. I named the only single father that's raising a daughter. 101. I named Marlon and Wayne. I even named the King's Tower, aka Jamie Foxx show, because he still had, whether there was an auntie and uncle, they still had both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got the Fresh Prince. You got it's a couple other shows. G. So
for me,
So
Good Times.
I forgot about, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot about Good Times. I forgot about Good Times. I want to say yes, sir. I forgot about Good Times.
Good Times.
Good Times probably best describe my Marion, Alabama household raised life.
Good Times, the show Good Times touched on
a lot.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Like there is no aspect of the typical quote unquote black household that Good Times did not touch on. They touched on the family that had both parents. Family that had one parent, that was old girl and Penny.
Penny.
You know what I'm saying? They touched on black relationships. They touched on the man being the main provider and the woman staying at home and stuff like that. They touched on when the woman was working and the man was working. They touched on all that shit. They touched on everything.
I got a question for you.
What you got?
My wife and kids, did Damien not show how he was providing for his whole family, and the wife was not working at one point in time?
Oh, yes, they did.
So
when did she get a job?
How would you say they're different from one another?
When did the wife get a job?
The wife got a job after being so long bored at the house, and he brought her on as a accounts receivable and accounts payable. So he kind of just brought her on, trying to just give her something to get her out the house.
But think about it though. Think about what you just said. She got a job when what?
When he said, when she said she was actually bored.
When she was bored.
Bored, yeah.
If she would have never got bored, you think she would have ever got a job?
Fact. Nah, she would never got a job. No, never. So my thing to you is and I've known, not necessarily from my personal experience, from my other homeboy personal experience, I've seen where in a household where he brought home all the bread, butter, and bacon. He brought home all the income and everything, right?
Yeah.
And his wife still cheated on him because she was bored.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not an excuse at the end of the day.
That's if we gonna go to the cheating aspect of it, I've always said that shit, and I stand by it because I'm a firm believer of it, because I am not only a victim of it, but I'm also a sponsor of it.
Okay. I'm a sponsor and a believer,
you know
and
what I'm saying?
An advocate.
Yeah.
All the above.
It's the lack thereof.
Facts.
It's the lack that
We talked about that, but
time.
I'm gonna go back before we square. I'm gonna go back to it. The sitcoms.
Yeah.
Why do you like Good Times? You said
They
because
speak on
they show every aspect, the struggle,
every aspect.
Because
She didn't tell me she was gonna do that.
I know, right?
did.
I see from Good Times is
Hold on. We having some technical difficulties right now. It's gonna be a lot of editing I'm have to do.
so check this.
Did I cut it off? Let me unpair.
Yeah.
Would you like the tablet computer? Yes.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna say this since we on the topic right now. Do you
Just call and hit the speaker button, bro.
Yeah. We trying to chime somebody in. If you want to chime in, please let me know or comment your number right here on live, and you can chime in at whatever part, like whatever you want to say, or you feel like you missed out, or you feel like you need your input. Please let me know, and we will put you in the show because I mean, right now we're just our opinions.
Right.
It's how I think about things.
Right.
But in actuality, like, I love the Good Times. But the Good Times only showed us the struggle, the pain, the hurt, and what we have to do to get to where we're going.
But also, it is a lot of other things that Good Times showed us. It's a whole bunch of other things. Not only did it show like the struggles and the good and the bad and all that stuff like that, but it also shows family camaraderie. It showed how families interact with each other. It showed how family interact with different friends. It showed the respect level for different people. Think about it. Booker was their maintenance guy. They disrespected the shit out of Booker. Every time he came in, they cracked on this and that, blah, 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 yada, yada. But when they really need something done,
they call Booker. Because
you know what I'm saying?
And before you said Booker, you brought me up to a valid point.
You know what I'm
because I was
saying?
going to talk about the PJs, the projects.
You know what I'm saying?
They had both parents in the household.
Both
but
on with them.
Booker was a handyman that fixed any and everything that needed to be fixed.
If it need to be done, regardless of how you felt about him, like they say, oh, you fat, you this, you that, you on doing this, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. You always coming to us with the eviction notice and stuff like that, da, 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 da. Hey, Booker.
So my
I
bad.
need this fixed.
My bad, Diesel.
I got you, bro.
Diesel, we keep doing this, but I can't keep doing this.
No, what you got?
Brett, how do you feel? Elaborate a little bit more and tell me why. I'm going to ask you this question here. What do you feel like the difference between these three sitcoms? Good Times, Cosby's, and Family Matters. Did you watch all three first off?
Yes, I watched all three.
Hold on, what it was? Good Time, Family Matters, and The Cosby Show?
Yes, man. Yes, sir.
I got mine.
You got yours? Okay.
I'm gonna say the timing of the
They
time that they were in.
definitely, they all was different times. Time eras.
Yeah, they were all in different time eras. Good Times, it was a lot more racial, in your face. We have to deal with on a constant base.
That was
Cosby's
Providence.
Cosby Show. It wasn't like that. It was more so, hey, Black people are here. We do this.
Successful.
We successful. We got this money. I got my family. We got this nice house. Blah blah blah. It's a little bit different. Now you got Family Matters. It's the 90s. It's a totally different dynamic. Even from that small time period. We're good. We got the kids. We have a nice house. Even though they were in Chicago, and I know Chicago's not
the times.
the
We
best.
thankful we got them. Good times.
Yeah.
We thankful we got them.
It's just the timing for
Good
me.
times.
It's the type of struggles that the Black family were going through in that time period. Everybody was different.
I want to ask you a difficult question, and you may need to think about it. So Diesel, you can chime in at any time. What do you think the difference between either or, whichever you want to look at it, the Cosby Show, Family Matters, and Full House? Cosby Show, Family Matters, and Full House. Pick one. I'm not saying both, but pick one. So I'm going to say for you, you say you like the Cosby Show. What is the difference between the Cosby Show and Full House? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Diesel, if you want to chime in, please let me know. We ain't got to wait on her.
Yo,
we're going to put on the hot
me,
seat. We ain't got to put on it.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, for me, the difference between those genres of shows was it was showing.
Besides the color.
No, I wasn't even gonna go to color. I wasn't even gonna go to color. because both of them are family oriented shows. You feel me?
With both parents.
Right. Both of them had both parents. Both of them had kids. Everything was great.
Not in Full House. The mom died.
Eventually, but at the beginning, we talking about the
Eventually.
beginning. That went to like season 12.
That was still they
She
both were there.
reaching. Brit is reaching.
They both were there.
And I did like both shows. So
and even then, I will say this in Family Matters.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that did happen that I can't remember seeing in all the other shows was that when the mother died, all the other females in there stepped up.
Yeah.
All of them did. And they was all mothers to the up and coming.
Right.
Versus like in the other show, like I can't say that about Good Times, because when Good Times happened and the father died, JJ did his due diligence to step up. But that's another reason why the mother went on and got a job and shit like that and blah 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 until she met old buddy who was an atheist. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna
So exactly what are you identifying the difference between both of yours?
For me, the difference was the situations in the environment in which they had to live in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because okay, go ahead.
Because the difference for me was the situation that some of them were putting up with in Family Matters. I mean, no, not Family Matters, Full House. The situation they were putting up in Full House was like.
So let me cut y'all. You was taking Family Matters over Cosby shows, right? Family Matters over Cosby shows. To compare
No. I wasn't taking Family Matters over Cosby show. I was taking No,
I'm saying
I thought we were doing Good Times over Full House.
No. I was saying I didn't put Good Times in there. I was saying pick one between the Cosby Show and Family Matters, right? And compare it to Full House.
Oh,
my bad.
Cosby shows and Family Matters compared to Good
To Full House.
Full House. Yep.
Ooh,
Yes, sir.
See,
Brad, you got something?
Because the thing about that is, Family Matters and the Cosby Show are basically two examples of successful black homes.
Facts.
Right.
In my opinion, that they're two
Our opinion.
great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In our opinion.
In our opinion, those are two great examples of successful black homes.
Right.
Family Matters is an example of
A typical white home.
a typical. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like if when you watch Family Matters,
Okay.
you looking at it as like, yep, that looks about right.
Yeah. Because Carl was a police officer. His mom was a teacher, right? I think Carl was a police officer. His mom was a teacher. So you got together collectively, you would imagine that both of them is almost a 6-figure household with kids. So that is a successful black household,
Right. That what I'm saying. You got to think about it back in the day.
Yeah, you definitely got to think.
You got to think about it back in the day because my grandfather was a security guard.
Okay.
And
so
that nigga was well off.
And I understand that. That's why I asked the question. Like, if you're gonna compare one, first of all, you gotta pick one between the Cosby Shows and Family Matters, and compare it to Full House. Because you think about Full House had roughly 6, 7, 8, 9 people in one house.
Right.
AKA that's why it's called Full House.
Right.
You had Ashley and Mary Kate. You had Jesse. You had the other
Joey.
You had Joey.
The
you had
daddy.
the daddy,
Then
the
when
single
Joey
daughter.
got
Jesse had her girlfriend there. They had a baby.
They
The
had
baby was born there.
They had twins.
Twins. Like,
Which is also, hold up. And I know this has nothing to do with the show, but I just want to put this side on there. They didn't originally have twins. They had one girl, but they was like, oh my God, we need another baby there. And that's how the Olsen twins got both on there.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about the boys that they had.
But the boys came because they had the Olsen twins there. So they brought the boys there.
true.
That's how that came. Because originally they were swapping out the Olsen twins.
Right.
With
Two
each
chains.
other. So it was one baby.
Right.
But then when they said,
True.
oh, somebody else need to have a baby. Well, we got this other baby right here. Let's just use this baby. They were like, oh no, They're twins. Wait a minute. Let's revamp this, and that's how that shit started. Just a little insight, you know.
But nah, real spill. That was some good insight because he's absolutely correct. But like I
They
said,
would have never did that shit in the like the most controversial black shit that has ever happened in black shows like that was the Antville. Tell me I'm lying.
Boy. Hey,
Tell me I'm lying.
That is the only one.
Listen,
They
Aunt Viv is the reason I got trust issues.
Bruh.
And another reason I got trust issues because chocolate chips look like raisins. That's the reason I got trust issues. Hey, another reason I got trust issues because salt look like sugar.
All
But
right,
hey,
okay.
okay. We gonna go back on topic.
Speak your shit. I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting to hit that button all night.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the reason I got trust issues.
Yeah, but real talk, like in no other black sitcom has ever been a bigger controversy than that. Like even when, like for Good Time,
Okay.
when James died, and Florida was just out there, you know, doing her whatever. Like a lot of people sleep on the fact that she preached all this Christianness, God, that, this and that, blase. And at the end of the show, she ended up marrying an atheist.
That is also true.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas sleep on that shit. But if you bring up the Aunt Viv shit, like they even made a pun in it when she first came out there.
I know.
That nigga Will said, Aunt Viv, you look different.
Right.
Like,
He did.
You know what I'm saying? It was a whole nother woman. A whole nother woman. And they never wrote Aunt Viv out. They never, what's it called? They just said, look,
Let's talk about
this
this.
is Aunt Viv. Aunt Viv is a character. We're going to play on that.
And I know I said the Cosbys and Family Matters and then compared to Full House, but I want to relate it just a little bit back. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to relay it back a little bit to Good Times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Full House had an upstairs, downstairs, maybe 4 to 5 bedrooms, 2, maybe 3 baths.
They had
a basement too.
They had at least 8 bedrooms. At least 8 bedrooms.
Okay,
because all the kids had their individual bedrooms, and then it was the downstairs, which was basically like a whole nother living area.
Yeah. And then they turned the attic into Jesse and
Right. So
But-
they had at least 8.
But that's called improvising.
True.
Did they not struggle? Like, okay, when you look at black people struggle, it's a whole different ball game.
Of course.
right.
Like you see, like I don't know how I'm gonna pay this light bill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how I'm gonna pay rent. I don't see how I'm gonna pay my car note. I think I'm gonna get repoed. I'm trying to provide groceries because Florida Evans can't even cook because we don't have no groceries in the house. But then when it comes to Full House, it's like we got so many people in this house and adults. We're just gonna throw $20 in a piece. That's gonna equal up to $100, enough for us to eat for today. So what is the difference when it comes to the struggle between? I don't want to be racist when I say Caucasian and African American, but just between the two shows of Full House and Good Times, what do you think the line draws at? Ooh, that's deep, ain't it? That's deep. Ooh, get up out your car. That's deep.
I don't want to hog about it every time. That's why.
But I mean,
That would-
you can't not talk about the race issue because that
It's here. It's here.
it's
here.
there. Like, just saying, Caucasian people already have a running start to this race before we do. We got to catch up just to even catch up to them.
I like what you said.
So-
Catch up to catch up. Remember that. I like that.
It's an ongoing struggle, and it's even in that dynamic. You have all these people in that household in Full House, but their struggle gonna be totally different from a black person struggle. It's just gonna be different regardless, because what they dealing with. You see the community, even just that alone, the hurdles they have to go through just to have proper education. Full House, I guarantee you, they weren't having that problem with their education.
Them niggas stayed in San Francisco. Let's just point that out there. They stayed in San Francisco.
In a nice
Where did the
house.
Cosby Show stay?
Instead of New
I don't
York,
know.
they were in New York.
They was in Harlem.
A nice idiot.
That ain't far
Where-
from Bed-Stuy.
Where did
Oh,
the
my
Good
God.
Times stay?
I don't remember.
Listen.
I think weren't they in Chicago?
But they was in Chicago.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
So like the atmosphere and the placement that they was at, yes, okay. On the bottom line, everybody had 2 parents, family there. Everybody was pitching in. Like even in what it was on Family Matter, the grandma moved in. The grandma was staying with them.
Right.
But them niggas had like 4 or 5 kids.
But would you,
know what I'm
say
saying?
that had to do with the time change too? Because
Pause.
Family Matter was in Chicago.
Pause. Let me just throw this out here. I am very apologetic for not, verbalizing the fact that everybody hates Chris had both parents in the household and they stayed in Bed-Stuy, which is also in Chicago, if I'm not right. Am I right?
It's in New York.
But yeah, it's in New York.
Yeah.
It's in New York.
Bed-Stuy's in New York.
Bed-Stuy, New York. But they also had both households. So I should have definitely put that in there. But Bed-Stuy, and then Julie is definitely displayed like, I work all the time, but I'm still a father.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
And what did the wife portray?
What did the wife say? I don't need this.
I don't need this. My man got 2 jobs. I live it. Why is he working 2 jobs? But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But was the father in Full House working 2 jobs?
No.
And I don't think the father in Full House got the big piece of chicken either. We
in-
know Julie's got the big piece of chicken.
You supposed to get the big piece of chicken.
You hear me?
If anybody's gonna eat the big piece of chicken, I don't care if I am on time, 15 minutes late or 30 minutes late. When I get home and we having dinner, I better get the big piece of chicken.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's just, but that's the area. That's what I'm saying. So it to me personally, it boils down to, regardless of the nucleus of what we talking about, single parent home versus both parents in the home, family, all that shit. It boils down to the area. Mm-hmm. So when you are trying to compare the Cosby shows, which is in Harlem, or was it Brooklyn? I think it was Harlem.
It was the Brooklyn Harlem.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
You know, I know it was in New York.
It was in a rural area.
Right, right. You compare it to that to San Francisco. Of course, the challenges and all that stuff is going to be way different because that's 2 different worlds. Right. Like if you flip it and let's just say Full House was in Brooklyn and the Cosby Show was in San Francisco, do you think that the trials and tribulations that they went through, that they were sitting there talking about, would have been the same thing?
Well, let's go a little deeper than this.
Oh, she don't like me in school. How many episodes of the Cosby Show have you heard them talk about somebody don't like them at school?
I mean, true, but let's go a little deeper than this. We talk about what you said, Chicago, right?
Right.
And San Francisco.
We do Chicago and San Francisco. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We can talk about. We can add New York into the mix too. Let's add.
I'm saying Chicago can be on good time.
Okay.
Because the Cosby Show was most definitely in New York.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Cosby Show
Where
in New York.
exactly in New York, I can't remember right now.
I can't identify,
but most definitely it was in New York. Because they had a stoop and all that shit, like 227.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's transfer New York, Chicago, and San Francisco to Mississippi or Alabama.
Ooh.
The conversation that we're having right now wouldn't even be relevant.
Right.
It wouldn't even be able to stand because it's a whole different ball game.
Totally different ball game.
But to
Because
be
you're
honest,
talking about the South and
Of course.
the North and the South.
South and the North.
Then we got to talk about Abraham Lincoln and you know what I'm saying?
If you're from
That's
the
another
South, you say
Right.
South and the North.
South and the
It's
North.
not North, it's North.
Listen,
North.
if you want to know how to spell North is spelled Nawf.
That's North.
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 You hear me?
South, how you spell South?
South is SAWF. South.
No.
What? Did I mess it up?
SOUF.
SOUF.
It's South.
Okay, spell Mississippi.
In my crooked letter I, crooked letter
I,
I, humpback. Ah!
y'all are silly.
Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm pressing all the buttons.
Supposed to.
Yeah. That's SOUF, man. It's South.
I was reading something the other
How
day.
you dropped the ball on that?
I know, right? I did. But I was reading something the other day, right? And
This nigga got a degree. That's why he did it.
I know, right? I was reading something the other day, and They said with the first letter of your name, and you had $100 million, what would you buy? And right, so it
With
was
the first letter of your name?
With the first letter of your name. My first letter of my name was a B. So I said, you know what I'm saying? Probably like a Bugatti or a Balenciaga. You know what I'm saying? So it was this Caucasian male. His name was Nicholas, and and what he said was, "What I can buy, they don't offer no more." Read in between the lines. A Caucasian male said, "What I would buy, they don't offer no more." African Americans. Boy, I was dying laughing. What would you buy with the first letter of your name?
Wow. Wow.
It's kind of crazy.
That's pretty messed up. But I'm just
I gotta get one of my Caucasian friends on this podcast.
you got to. And I know some people. If you ain't got none, I got some for me.
Bruh,
It was on mine.
we can get bruh on here.
Dave.
Yes.
Dave. Yes.
On my mama. That I still don't think he white.
Man, Dave is white chocolate.
I still don't think he.
Listen.
I think my boy Dave say it too much. He like, man, I'm just light skinned. I honestly believe.
He said he's melanin redacted.
Yes.
And if he
has vitiligo.
So I got a
That's what I'm
question.
thinking.
My next question
I think
is:
he got vitiligo.
so we talked about Full House, the Cosby Shows, Family Matters, and Good Times.
Yeah.
You got Full House and you got the Fuller House.
Fuller.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't watch that crap.
Who?
Are you okay with certain Caucasian male or female saying the N-word? Or are you okay with anybody outside of the African American race saying the N-word?
Do not say that word if you are not of African American descent. Please not. No.
Okay.
No. But
These-
even
Okay,
black
my
people,
fault.
I don't
was trying to
even
cut you
care
off.
for our own people to say it. Honestly, I'm guilty of saying it, yes, but I really want to get that out of my repertoire. Like, I don't want to say that. I really don't.
Oh, listen, I understand you. I listen. I stopped cursing over 6-7 years, but that N-word, you may catch me every now and then. I ain't gonna lie to you. These are what you think, bro.
Okay. Yes, sir. Me personally, I have to make sure that I make myself clear on this.
Politically
Because-
correct.
Yes, because I don't want anybody to hear this and think that I'm just giving everybody the green lights.
And they block us off the podcast.
Right.
We want to continue, by the way.
Right. This has to keep going.
Like, share, follow.
I love my job. However,
However,
if this was anyway, no. Okay, real talk. Me personally, for someone to say the N-word, and I'm going to say it as the N-word because for conversation purposes.
Understandable. Another
So-
race, right?
Right. For someone to say the N-word, I personally do not feel they cannot say it. Anybody else cannot say it. So if you're not black, I do not feel personally that you cannot say it. The reason for that is, how can I justify saying you of a different race cannot say it when I say it to everybody? Nobody of my ethnicity says that word to just my ethnicity. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Nobody does it.
Okay.
Because if you was to be out, you were like, oh, look at this dumbass. Look at it up. Regardless of whatever race, creed, color, shape, form they is, that's what you're gonna call them.
Okay.
I don't feel like I should be the judge and jury on, no, you can't say it because I say it. However, I will say this. Any archaic racial word that you say, it's grounds for you to get your ass beat. Like, nobody is going to call me a porch monkey, a moon cricket, a spook,
A coon.
any of that. That's not going to fly. Like, if I was to get, let's just say scenario wise, I'm sitting here and I get into it with someone who's not of my race. and like, oh, you stupid. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you just called me a.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would fire back like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you stupid. Nigga, you call me a nigga, you stupid. You know what I'm saying? I would fire back with that. However, if he was like, man, I'm finna sit here arguing the moon cricket. Boy, come here. Let me talk to you.
So my question
It's
is,
over with.
how do you respond, or would you respond if you seen your friend or associate say in an appropriate manner after they've been called a derogatory name as such as Negro or nigga? How would you respond if you said, your friend said cracker or wetback?
I personally, my friends, I don't like to speak negatively about other races because
Belittling people, I got you.
right, because I have friends that are not all black, and I just feel like doing that, you're just hurting the people that you care about.
True.
So
It's a conversation we need to have, by the way.
I just don't agree.
Because I haven't called nobody no cracker or no wetback.
I've never called anyone those names. Like, I would never.
I can also agree that I have never been in a situation other than somebody just like rightly just trying to be outgoingly racist to me. Well, I've said
never been
cracker.
in that situation
Like,
either.
I know that's a derogatory word
Yeah,
towards
definitely.
white people, but it's only derogatory because black people call white people that in response.
Right.
It's not derogatory. Like, if you say crack, like, I've heard white people call each other crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I heard that.
And country bumpkins and all that stuff like that. Like,
All
the,
that.
the only
rednecks.
Yeah, I've heard them call
but
each
the
other.
only thing I will say about this is you would never hear a Mexican call another Mexican a wetback.
No.
You
they
would
will
never
not.
hear another Chinese person call themselves a chink. You would never hear another Jew call themselves a kite. You would never hear that because they know that with that word being said, that's derogatory. Like, I don't care how mad they is. Like, if you sit here, let's just say you meet somebody and y'all get to talking, y'all get to arguing, something like that. He's like, man, nigga, you dumb as hell. You not gonna look at that shit like, oh, you disrespecting me. You heard it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would never hear that. Like, a Mexican can sit here and argue with another Mexican. He's never ever gonna say, man, you ain't nothing but a little wetback bitch. They're never gonna say that. White people, they're never gonna say, oh, man, you a cracker-loving motherfucker. Never gonna say that.
Facts.
Black, and I hate to say this, but it's true. Black people are the only people in this world that takes that negative term and try to flip it. We've been trying to flip it for years. Centuries, millennia. We've been trying to do that. I feel like if we really want to try to flip that narrative, when it's being said to us from other people, we should not be offended.
True.
Yeah.
Off top, like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the phrases I used to always tell people is, my nephew. Like, people like, man, how you just gonna let the man call you nigga? I'm like, bruh, I woke up this morning and I called my nigga, I called my nephew a nigga like 20 times today. Like, nigga, what you doing? Nigga, get out of there. Nigga, come over here. I did this shit like 20 times today. How, what place do I have in life for me to tell him that, hey, if anybody else call you a nigga that's not black, it's wrong? You know, you've been hearing it all your life, right?
Facts.
So if you're not gonna get offended by me calling you that, and I'm telling you that word is offensive, I'm saying this word is offensive. Don't let nobody else call you that. But I'm saying, don't let no other nigga call you a nigga.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? It's
So it's like anybody of our skin, it's definitely contradictory. So it's like, if they look like us and they say the N word, they're your friend. They just being friendly.
right.
But if anybody else said jump on their neck, jump down their throat because they're disrespectful to us.
And again, that whole I said nigger, not nigga. It doesn't fucking matter.
It don't.
because
don't.
it means just because you. Okay,
So I have a question.
if you put a piece of bread on shit, is it a shit sandwich?
I mean, I don't want to pick it up. That's too.
But I'm saying though, if you put a piece of bread on a shit, is it a shit sandwich?
Depends if you got both pieces of bread.
That's what I'm saying. Why you thinking about it? Because you like, no, nigga, it's shit.
Yeah.
Regardless of what the fuck you put on it, it's still shit.
Exactly.
So if I say, don't say nigger, say nigga, because nigga is not offensive. Nigger is offensive.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
It's the same fucking thing. Just because you spell it different doesn't mean it has less effect on me. Our whole culture, when our ancestors and all that, they was called nigger.
At the same time, the number one ethnicity in the United States of America right now is Mexicans. Number 2 is African Americans. Number 3 is Caucasians. So my thing about it is, if now I've been in a situation where a Mexican or a Mexican said the N-word, and they wasn't speaking to me in general, but they were speaking to people that I knew. I didn't feel offensive. But the thing is, it's people that would feel offensive if a white person, Caucasian male or female called them a nigga or nigger. You know what I'm saying? It's 2020, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. It's 2020.
Okay.
So my thing about it is, if they were to call you that, that's the best they got, then I mean that shouldn't even bother you.
Right.
Like it shouldn't even bother you, because if a white person, Caucasian male and female should walk up to me to this day and call me a nigga, I'd be like, shoot, that's the best you got.
That's why I said, like for
You
me,
want a shot? Like,
like for me, archaic racial slurs is my trigger.
exactly.
So-
That's my trigger. Like if somebody comes, oh, you just a stupid nigga.
He's just stupid nigga. Like,
Whatever.
okay.
But if they come to
whatever.
me and like, oh, you a stupid moon cricket. First off, how do you know moon cricket? Second,
Now if they call me a monkey, we may be on to something.
that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
that's archaic.
Yeah, it's archaic. Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? That's archaic. That's not right now. Like you are not going to hear moon cricket in no Jeezy album.
The facts.
You're not going to hear monkey
Facts.
in no Young Savage or Big Sean, nothing like that. You're not going to hear that. But you damn sure going to hear nigga.
Nigga.
I remember seeing the video of
Podcast. Nigga.
you know what? I remember seeing the podcast. No, not podcast. It was a show. It was a live show of Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
He brought a white girl up. White girl got up on the stage. Guess what song he tried to do?
What song Kendrick Lamar's about to do?
Oh, just guess. I want you to
Kendrick
guess.
Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
I don't give a.
It's a white girl on stage. He gave her the mic.
I don't give a. Is it one of his songs?
It's his song.
I don't give a. No, that song. Shoot. Loyalty. I'm willing to die for this. I don't know. Then I'm gonna take a plea.
The one with nigga in it the most.
Nigga.
Think about it.
At the moment, I can't think. Whoo, nigga. I know when he's singing, I'm gonna sing along with him. But right now, I can't think about it. Nigga. I don't know.
I'm gonna give you a hint.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'm gonna give you a hint.
Okay.
It's the song that he. It's not Rap City.
No, Rap City in the basement, Big Ticker.
Oh.
Shout out to my nigga Big Ticker, man.
No, it's not Rap City. Oh shit! Now I drew a blank.
Woo, Rap City only.
Man, I drew a blank.
Man, listen. I done actually had in my past Caucasian male say, I took, it was something of the last. I was at GameStop in Roebuck, Alabama, by the way.
Ooh, GameStop. Fuck
GameStop.
that. Let's take a moment for GameStop and continue.
Yeah. So I was at GameStop in Roebuck, Alabama, by the way, and a Caucasian male said, bruh, this nigga got me messed up. So I paused. I looked back like, bruh, I know he ain't talking to me. Like, bruh, he just can't be. But he actually was talking about me, but not to me. So I always live by these, you know what I'm saying, these values. Like, if it ain't directed, and ain't respected. So when I came to him and asked him, he like, no, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the other guy. That just showed me how much he respected me as a man. Because he knew the altercation level was gonna go to an all-time high. It was gonna look like Emmett Till and in an alternate universe.
I got the song.
Oh, what's the song?
Yeah, it was it's Mad City.
Mad City. How that song
Man
go?
down, where you from?
Nigga.
Fuck, where you from? Where you come, my nigga?
Nigga.
That right. He brought her on stage to do that song, and they did the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? If Pyrus and Crips would all get along, we all be dead by the end of the song. Soon as the whole city come against me, every time I'm in the streets, I hate yeah. He gave the mic to the white girl. She said, "Man down, where you from, nigga? Fuck, where you?" Like, whoa. She like, what's wrong? I thought it was cool. I thought I could. I love your music. I thought it was cool.
Nigga.
You see what I'm saying?
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga. I'm from Marion, Alabama, by the way, so excuse as many times that I say the N-word. I am allowed. But I'm only using this for the podcast.
But that's the thing though. Why are you allowed and they're not allowed when they gave that word? They gave that word a meaning.
I am allowed because... And yes, it's biased when I say such things.
Of course it's going to be biased.
It's going to be biased.
It's going to be stupid biased.
It's going to be very biased. But it's only biased because I choose to use that word as a friend to show where we came from, to show how far we came from the Harriet Tubman days. Negro, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas spelled backwards is sagging. Mm-hmm. And I learned that around high school era.
Yeah,
sagging spelled backwards is niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we always went back to where we was from, and which we did not supposed to. We always supposed to, like, uprise, show how far we came from. So I use that word as a friend. But other people use that word as being derogatory and belittling us and saying, you know what I'm saying, trying to bring us back to suppressive. And we came so far from that.
Right. So with that situation, right?
Okay.
How can you tell that somebody is being derogatory versus somebody just singing a song?
So I have a Caucasian male that's my partner. His name is Matt. I ain't gonna say his last name. He still tell me. I know, right? He still tell me to this day, like, we've been cool for over 6 years, but I still would never say the N-word. I have gave him the permission. My brother has gave him permission over. I've gave him the permission over numerous of times. I can't even count the times. But he still doesn't say it. I like the respect from him, but if he were to step up and say it one day out of spite or anger, it still wouldn't bother me. Because it's 2020.
Right.
If nigga, the best thing you got to offend me, my guy, then you got a lot to work on.
Exactly.
So,
B, what you got? BeeBee?
I have a question. So,
talk to me.
With us saying that it's okay to use the N-word within our own culture.
Nigga.
What if our own people are using other verbiage,
derogatory terms,
right, towards our own people?
And before anybody answer that, I'm not gonna get into it. Don't mean to take up all the cameo, but you got black people, that's Republicans, that agree to the 1701 Constitution. The 1701 Constitution clearly states that they're okay with black people being in slavery. So it's like 3 out of 4. If y'all three say 1701 Constitution is perfectly fine, but I say hell no, because it says we gonna be in slavery.
Don't matter.
And exactly. So it got people that settle to stuff like that I don't accept. But I also have to be a realist when I not been a logical thinker, but been a critical thinker. Because the Constitution says in 1701 we supposed to be in slavery, but they also say basically in so many words, if Diesel don't know what to do with his money, give it to me. I'm gonna show him what to do with his money. If Diesel spending his money on sex, strippers, and booze and drugs
And cocaine.
Guess what? Well, I'm gonna take $1,000 out of his check every week, every 2 weeks, and I'm gonna put it back to the economy to grow it. Part of that I agree with, and they gonna hate me for this, but I actually agree with it. But that's just the truth, though. That's my opinion, though. What's your opinion? What's y'all opinion? Excuse me.
But why do our own people, if you feel that way and you said what you said, you gonna have some people that's like,
Ooh, that's like
Why do
BMac
we-
tripping.
why do we have that within our own community?
So I got a question before I answer that. Do y'all agree with that though? Like the 1701 Constitution does say slavery, but it also says like reprimand. If you don't know what to do with your money, I'm gonna take half your check and show you what to do with your money.
No.
Y'all don't agree with that, Bone?
No.
Brick?
I
What about you?
totally agree with it.
We got 2 out of 2. We just 50-50 here.
I totally.
Where do we draw the line?
Well, I agree with that because
So 3 out of 4, 75.
to be real, it's our communities that are suffering. We need more.
Why? Do you know why? Can you tell us why? If you don't know why, I understand.
I don't know in depth. I would have to do more research, but just seeing the community. My grandmother, she stay in Bankhead in Atlanta. That area is not the best area, but if money was put back into that community, into that environment, it could flourish like it was back in the day.
The 1701 Constitution basically saying if one of your check pays cover all your expenses and give you some leeway to basically still spend, the other check is still going to Alabama, which is basically going to the taxes of the government, which is going to the United States of America. You're okay with that? I'm okay with it if I wasn't financially or knowledgeable, equipped with the knowledge to do with my money.
Right.
I'm okay with it. I'm perfectly fine with it.
Because it's not hindering you.
Right.
Exactly.
It's not hindering you.
But like you said, if you don't know what to do with your money.
And that's the beat. Realistically, that's 6-7%. We shown that between the coronavirus and COVID-19 when they gave everybody $800-900 a week.
I don't know. I didn't get it.
But I understand. I mean neither.
But of course you didn't. And you know why? You know why? Because you didn't fall in that percent that doesn't know how to manage their money.
Exactly. But
you see what I'm saying?
You got people that got paid every Thursday $800-900 a week. They wasn't even making that in every 2 weeks in their main job.
Right.
And they, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, they gonna call me a Trump supporter when I say it. It show exactly that they don't know how to spend their money correctly. Because everybody blew the bread.
Right.
Everybody know they got the bread, it's gone. They don't have nothing to account for it. They didn't save it. They didn't invest in stocks and bonds. They just goofed off, tricked off, vacation, and all of the above.
Right.
Like the simple fact that most of these people got that money, and I'm saying most of these
weekly
people,
basis, 800.
Right.
and I'm saying most of the people because a lot of different people got this money. It wasn't just
Just black
one
people,
nigga.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people got their money. But the simple fact that these people got their money, and the most tweeted or shared or Instagram or video or stuff like that
Airline tickets.
was when we're gonna get this next one drop. When are y'all gonna drop the next one? When are y'all gonna drop the next one? I personally did not say that
I didn't get
at all. Not because I didn't get it, but because I did. It didn't matter whether I got it or not. Like people were telling me, like, "Hey, man, you need to go and fill out for that unemployment, man. So you can still get it technically because you know COVID and this and that, blah blah blah, yada yada." I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fill it out. What I'm gonna fill it out for? I'm like, shoot, I got the extra money, this and that, blah blah blah. I'm like, bruh, I don't need to fill it out because, yeah, if you wasn't working, but think about it, if you wasn't working, you would use that money that it was supposed to be used for to accommodate the fact that you wasn't working. Some of these people that did that,
fucked off on that money.
they fucked off on it. That's why they was always talking about, oh shit, when the next check gonna drop? Y'all said the next, when y'all dropping the next one? When y'all dropping the next one?
Of course, a lot of folks
Like
fucked over that money.
Like think about it. I don't want to say no type of statistic or percent, but majority of these people were either already on unemployment or was about to get unemployment. Unemployment at the time before this pandemic was, I think, like the most I've heard personally. Most I heard personally was like $350 a month. No. I said it wrong.
A week?
Yeah, $350 a week. $350 a week. That's the equivalent of working maybe a 20-hour job. You know what I'm saying? Well, like a 20-hour job making with.
Well, no, more than that. That'll get you a regular 40 hours a week. Depending on, like, you making minimum wage, yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they was getting a week. And then you going to tell them, oh, we're going to give you 2 bands a week. These people, they ain't trying. Look,
of course, a lot of people,
if I could sit in this house and just play my PlayStation and do podcasts, knowing that I'm finna get a check every week for 2 bands, you think I'm gonna try to look for anything?
Right. But see, now with, say for instance, we get the stimulus
I'm not
again.
gonna do nothing.
And it's, I think what the stimulus next is supposed to be, what, $600? Not a week, but maybe like a month. I mean, not a month, but like it's not gonna be as much as it was the time before, you know, when we got the other stimulus. But like shit, some people might have invested, but a lot of people didn't. They fucked over their money.
Exactly. A lot of them did because they got their money and they went and did dumb
go and buy
people
whatever shit instead of catching bills up.
Right.
But I mean, if that was your only sense of
and majority of them people
income,
right now, when that second check didn't hit from their unemployment, when they didn't get that 2 bands, they got $350.
Yeah.
Or they got $275, or they got $160.
But see, a lot of people could have went and found a job and they chose not to because they wanted that money coming in, like that unemployment.
Exactly.
And you could have went and found you a job.
Exactly. But because they were like, shoot, why would I go work when I'm finna get all this money sent to me?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Listen, if I'm getting $800 a week, $1,600 every 2 weeks, $2,400 every month. Tax free. Do you think I'm finna go out and look for a job? I know it's not gonna last forever, but I'm gonna ride the wave till it's gone. Because realistically speaking, like I know people that's making $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 every 2 weeks, roughly $2,400, roughly $1,100. I mean, 2 bands. We're gonna say roughly 2 bands a month. So if you're giving me $800 a week because of the pandemic, I am definitely gonna take a whole advantage of it. And I know people that did. I know people that called me that was like, let's go out. I'm like, I'm good. I ain't even got the funds. They're like, I got it. I ain't asked them no questions, but I found out. And I applied for unemployment. So screw the government because they didn't give me unemployment. And let me tell you, my partner, exactly. So my partner, bro. I don't know why they told my homeboy, like, right, they gave him $550 a week, right? But they also told him he couldn't work over 25 hours a week at his main job.
25 hours is less than part-time.
25, bro. If you give me $550 a week and tell me I can only work 25 hours,
I was just about to say no. That's 5 hours over part-time. Part-time is 20 hours.
Yeah.
And guess what, fellas and ladies and gentlemen, he was a bartender. So if I'm getting $25 an hour and tips and still get $550 a week, I am perfectly fine.
But I am Gucci.
I am fine.
I am Gucci.
Because we're gonna say let's just say theoretically, okay, you get paid once a week, 3 checks, $550, you know what I'm saying? That's $1,100. We'll say what it is, $1,650.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna say $200 of that is paying all my bills. I got a whole check to myself. And all the checks that I'm still getting, all the tips that I'm still getting paid.
That's what I was about to say. Tips is not included in none of the bills.
Thank you.
Tips are not included in bills.
At this point, I'm eating. I don't mind.
Good.
I don't
Your
mind.
check could be $375, but you made $200 in tips. I'm gonna spend that $200 in tips. I'm not gonna spend that $375 because next week I'm gonna get another $375. That's gonna boost that first $375 I got up to about $9. Wait, no, that's like a stack.
It's like a stack.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like a stack.
That's a stack right there, and I'm still making my $200, $150, or whatever a week. Like I'm Gucci.
And we just talking about they're just theoretically speaking of tips. So I know people that make $100 a week. $100 a day, $75 a day. We talking about just off tips alone.
Just tips.
I wasn't granted that luxury during the pandemic, but I did prosper a business in a lot of other different aspects. So I appreciate the coronavirus, but be safe during the coronavirus. But the unemployment,
I made a lot of money during coronavirus. I'm not even gonna flex. or stunt.
I wish I did.
None of that shit. Shit, nigga.
If y'all want to cash out me, cash out BMac 42. BMac 42.
What it is? You important.
Not.
You was part of the
What?
Do anybody get food stamps?
What it
I wish
is?
I did.
What it is?
Bree, you get food stamps?
Essential workers.
Yeah. You were part of
We
the
ain't get no essential pay.
Nigga, no.
For real?
Okay, hey.
Hell no, they didn't pay us no essential pay.
Hey, real talk.
They don't-
It's a lot of businesses out there.
When every time they talk about essential workers, they never talk about the post office. They never say anything about the post
It's
office.
a lot of businesses out there. They did not receive the quote unquote essential pay. However, the fact that you was still able to get up and go to work when they said nobody's supposed to go anywhere made you an essential worker.
And
I was an essential worker.
But they did. My whole thing is they did not recognize us as being an essential worker. That's my whole thing.
Was you able to go to work?
Right, but I'm saying though, they still ain't look at us as being an essential worker though. We didn't get essential pay.
What makes it
Was you-
essential though?
What you
Like
mean?
actually physically going into work or just working virtually?
Nope. It's demand.
But I feel some type of way about that
demand.
because y'all gave like healthcare workers essential pay, while we didn't get essential pay
Healthcare workers work where?
in the hospital. But still, but they're considered essential workers. I feel like we didn't get hazard pay or anything. We got no extra pay.
I didn't get hazard pay or none of that.
You don't feel no type of way about that?
No, because
I do.
Because I was able to go to work when my neighbor wasn't.
But they still got food stamps, and they got food stamps. They got this.
They
got the extra pay. They got the
before I
unemployment.
Before I moved, we need to get nothing. That unemployment that they got, the unemployment they used to move to a cheaper place.
Right, but he was still getting unemployment every week, so he was still up.
But where's the unemployment now?
That's on them though.
But I'm saying,
I'm saying though.
But where's his job?
But I'm saying though. Listen though. What I'm saying is,
He wasn't
even
working.
even if they was out of work, people was out of work. They was like, oh, okay, I'm out of work. But people still could have went and found another job. It was still places hiring. They just chose not to because they wanted the unemployment.
Exactly.
A lot of people could have went and found the job. But I'm saying though, because I'm still working, I have to go to work. Why I couldn't get hazard pay?
But think about it though.
I feel like we was
I'm not.
Who all qualified for hazard pay?
And I'm not. And okay, I don't know the schematics on that.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna speak on that because I feel like where I work, we should got hazard pay because the whole.
But you just said we should not have got hazard pay.
No. I didn't say y'all shouldn't have got hazard pay. That wasn't what I said. What I'm saying is you didn't get hazard pay, but you kept your job. Like I kept my job. I didn't get hazard pay.
Did you want hazard pay? You felt like you was
I
owed
feel like
hazard pay?
most definitely. Think about it. What's the rule? 6 feet apart, no more than 10 to 11 people
Facts.
in one area.
Right. That's
How many
my
people
point.
you think work in my job?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we was
You know what I'm
due
saying?
hazard pay.
In order for the warehouse to work, where I'm at, it has to be more than 11 people. 11 people there, you ain't getting nothing done.
I can't talk. I didn't get it.
You're not getting nothing done.
I ain't getting unemployment either.
I didn't get.
You know what I'm saying? But
wish I would've got that luxury.
so here I am,
Yeah,
not only in an area where there is more than 11 people, it's almost impossible to keep the 6 feet distance stuff with everything that's going on.
So do you feel like the coronavirus kept fathers from their household?
Hell no.
Do you feel like they kept them close to their household?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I feel if anything, according to that, I would say that the coronavirus exposed a lot of relationship cues.
Okay. I wholeheartedly understand that.
I would say that because when you in a situation where you with somebody and you like, oh man, I want to be with this person or I don't want to be with this person.
Okay.
I'm feeling the person, but I don't know if it da. And then they say, hey, guess what?
Coronavirus.
The house that you just went over, you can't leave. You have to stay there.
You're quarantined.
You're
quarantined.
You got to stay there. You can't leave now because we're trying to get this under wrap. So until we get it under wrap, you stay there for, I don't know, let's just say 6 weeks. Just throwing it out there. We're going to say 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You got to stay there. So now you stuck there with the person that you was already iffy about. You know what I'm saying? it comes up that you realize that the person that you are with is not the person that you wanted to be with, regardless of how you tried to put it out, like it
or portray the image.
Right. It might have been a situation where like you're like, oh, well, I got her pregnant or he got me pregnant. We're gonna make this thing work.
Ladies and gentlemen, just because you got he or she, well, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, just because he got her pregnant or you feel like as if you should be
You got pregnant by somebody else.
Exactly. You do not have to be with that person.
Amen.
You do not have to be with that person.
But you know what? You have some people that
You can find
will
the
try
common
and
ground.
make the relationship work just because they have a child together, and I don't feel like that's good. I don't feel like it's healthy for the child.
And I'm this is an outsider looking in, because I want to speak on my behalf. This is outside looking in. My mom and dad got married at the age of 19 years old. My brother was a 1-year-old child. And of course, they did the traditional marriage as being from the country. Once they found out they was pregnant, of course, my dad proposed to her, got married. They've been married. My brother's 32, so about 30, anywhere between 30 and 31 years they've been married. But I feel as if they can be in love with each other right now to this day, but I feel as if then, and I wasn't born then, that they only did that because they didn't want nobody to find out that they had a child outside of wedlock.
That was back,
That was back then. Back then, and that was what? 1950, 40,
yeah.
50.
For a woman to be pregnant back then and not married was taboo.
Oh, definitely. We talking about country babies. Married in Alabama. That was definitely taboo. Like, what? You're shunned.
Yeah.
Like, you're frowned upon. Like, why would you do such a thing?
I don't want to be weird.
And to be honest,
it's crazy how
y'all
it is
city
like
girls.
that.
I'm going to say city girls. This before city girls is actually even used. Y'all city girls, when I knew I was growing up, when y'all city girls got pregnant, they moved y'all to the country for a reason. They didn't want nobody else to know.
That's
so
true.
city girls was a thing before city girls was a thing.
That's true.
Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion.
Because
Hey, respond to my DM, baby.
My
Megan Thee Stallion, if you listen to this, respond to my DMs, baby.
my grandmother is a product of that. Like, every family got their little hidden stuff, but when she got pregnant, they shipped her out.
Okay.
She wasn't allowed
Shunned.
to be around the family until that situation was taken care of. She had it, whatever the case may be. We don't know. But back then, that was a big no-no. You can't be no female and pregnant without being married first.
Exactly. And then you can't be a female and pregnant and also got a man that really don't want you. Got a man that's saying, like, you should. I got a question, not to go far away from topic. How do y'all feel about abortion? How do y'all feel about abortion? Say this again.
I'm pro-abortion.
You pro-abortion? Okay, cool. Bree, what about you?
Pro-choice.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna tell you this little, not necessarily.
Oh, no, wait, stop. Wait, pro-choice is like what?
You said it. You tell me what pro-choice is. How about that?
Like, I'm saying like.
What
so
I mean, you
like,
with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, y'all
You
with it. I'm sorry.
Like, if somebody wanted to get an abortion, you like, cool, go ahead, do what you got to do. That's what pro-choice is.
Yeah.
So you say you with it. So I am 100%. I'm a realist, but I'm against abortion, and especially me being from Alabama. I wholeheartedly disagree with everybody that was against abortion because the whole panel was definitely males, like men, like all of them was men. So I'm sitting here like all these men saying they're pro-choice of abortion, but you have not one woman. Because I'm also a realist. Because I've known a girl that was on our basketball team. She graduated like 2 years before me, well after me. She got raped on the way home from basketball practice, and she got pregnant. She didn't know she was pregnant until like 4 months later, and she still had the baby. The baby to this day is probably like maybe 11 years old, 10 years old. But my thing about it is, I'm a realist when it comes down to abortion. Because people do make mistakes. And we talking about sex, by the way.
Right.
Okay.
Things happen.
Exactly.
Condoms pop. People don't put condoms on.
Right.
We find out, well, at least we think we're in love. And until all the factors come into play that maybe we're not in love like we say we are. And it goes to show that we don't want to be another advocate of raising a child in a single parent household. Because as I said before, and we're not gonna get in topic, woman can't raise a man, man can't raise a woman.
Exactly. Abortion, me personally, I feel like it's stupid.
Stupid.
I am against it.
Even in certain situations.
We're not talking about situations. We're talking about abortion in its core.
Okay.
Well, it do got to be certain situations.
No, it doesn't have to be certain situations.
So you're against anybody having an abortion?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not against anybody. What I'm saying is I am against abortion. Because if you want to go into the specifics of situations, if somebody's having an abortion and it's dealing with me, then I'm against it.
I got a question. Are y'all religious? Let's cut you out. Are
To
y'all
a certain
religious?
extent.
These are you religious? He was talking. I'm sorry. I cut him off first. So are you religious?
I am, to a certain extent.
I need you to explain. But I'm gonna ask everybody around the room. Come back to you.
So
bro, are you a religious? Brick, back.
BeeBee.
BeeBee.
I wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't think so? Bone, what about you?
To
Are
a
you
certain
religious?
extent.
To a certain extent. I'm gonna ask you too, so be ready. But Diesel, we come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you religious? You said to a certain extent.
I'm religious to a certain extent because I believe in some of the teachings that religions have, but I also believe that, and I'm trying to make sure I word this so it don't sound stupid. Well, I believe in some of the teachings that religions have, but I don't believe that there are different religions. And in me saying that, I'm basically saying I don't believe how you can be Christian and you can be Baptist and you could be Judas and somebody could be Muslim. And we all believe in there's one God. But that God is saying what I'm doing is wrong, what you're doing is wrong. But your God is saying what you're doing is right, what I'm doing is wrong. Your God says what you're doing right, I'm doing wrong. All that. But we all have a singularity in thinking that our God will say, whatever you did before, during, and after, I'm going to forgive, and it's all good. And we all going to go to this one magical place.
Okay.
With all the, with all the different things. Like, oh, we don't eat pork. So because we don't eat pork, we're going to heaven. But if you don't eat pork and you kill a man, does that still make you go to heaven?
So
you see what I'm saying? Like,
so let me just ring it round back to the original topic.
mm-hmm.
Do you think that goes along with the toxicity in black households?
Absolutely. Which will bring me back, since we going back around, good time. And that's why I say good time is my number one. For the simple fact that Florida Evans sat there and preached all that Christian this, Christian that. James died. Who did she remarry? An atheist. What is an atheist? Somebody who doesn't believe in God.
Not necessarily somebody that don't believe in God. Somebody believe that there's a higher power, but doesn't believe in or practice the.
I mean, yeah.
It doesn't practice the. I'm not trying to shun you.
No.
Well, yeah, somebody that doesn't practice the same religion that you also practice.
Right.
So
with that being said, like for her to, because think about it, the whole time a good time.
Mm-hmm.
She's telling Jane, like, man, I'm so tired of doing all this work. I've been doing this, I've been doing that. The kids going crazy, and blah, blah, blah. And Florida was like, God is going to bless us one day. God is going to do this. God is going to do that. We have to keep the faith. We have to keep the faith. Like, this is a God-fearing house. That is the main thing spoken in the black household. This is a God-fearing house. This is going to happen. God going to do that. And then he dies. And now she like, what the fuck we finna do? What the fuck we finna do? And then here comes this man that comes in. Not only do he come in, but he fills the void of James, gets the respect of the children, and he say, guess what? We finna leave. we not gonna stay in this shit. We finna go here.
Now,
And we gonna be prosperous. And we gonna do way better than what the fuck we doing right here. Oh, by the way, I don't believe in all that God shit you talking about.
now at the end
Like,
of every
none of
episode
that.
of Good Times, they show a portrait or a painting of just this my perspective.
You know
Everybody
what it
has
is? You know what it is?
I don't, but I'm just gonna give my perspective.
Hold on, I'm finna go get it.
Yeah. You go ahead.
Yeah.
So
keep talking. I'm finna go get it.
No,
though.
you're fine. So at the end of every episode of Good Time, they show this portrait. Do y'all remember what portrait was? Bone, Brad. Oh my God, man, Jesus! They showed this portrait. The portrait was of a portrait. In my perspective, it's seen as if everybody was having fun.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
Everybody was dancing, and they kind of showed it down there at the end of every episode.
Oh, okay, I know what you're
So
talking
yeah, you know what I'm saying? How they move the camera to that picture on the wall.
My brother got that picture.
So your brother got. So, in your opinion, what do you think that picture meant? Was it symbolic? Symbolic meaning, did you think that represented something? Did you think that was a moment in their life where if they started to lose their way, look up to this picture and you regain yourself, your conscience?
No, I really never thought about it like that. I mean, I just really never paid the picture no attention. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
I seen it.
we
but,
was young.
Yeah,
so I understand.
But I mean, I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah, it's symbolic, definitely. Brad, what would you think? Ooh, yes, sir. I'm gonna sip too.
Thinking about it now as an adult, I could see how.
Are you an adult?
Yes. Yeah. Too much.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you should say yes, sir, but she an adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
But I see that it is symbolic because that picture, like you said, it represented a time for our community to, I guess, let loose, be themselves, be our blackest of black. This is our environment. This is a spot that we can just be us and not fear of what the outside world is saying about us. This is our time. This is our joyful moment. So we're going to enjoy it. So now looking at it, thinking about it now, I could see how that, picture was a big deal.
Flip it.
So, do you think the struggle brought us together?
Back then, yeah.
Oh my God! Listen, I know at the moment y'all can't see this, but this is the dang near like the original copy.
That is the exact original copy. My father bought that when that album first dropped.
This
That
is something that
the 84.
This
The turntable edition, the 84 vinyl of Marvin Gaye "I Want You" album.
I need that. Let me see that.
That cover is what has been shown
I
on
need
Good
to find
Time.
this record.
What you mean find it? You looking at it right there?
you
I'm
looking
saying
at
for
it in the
myself.
flesh.
You got
I got a record player.
I mean, you can find a real edition of
The
it.
funny thing is, I got the James Brown, the Big Payback album.
Who hit the horn?
I don't think I hit the horn.
Who did that? But yeah, my daddy got a collection of albums. If you ever want an album that you want to play, just let me know. I had to bring it to you because I can't let you.
My
keep
mama
it.
got a whole bunch of albums. I need to look through her
But
albums.
but that Good Time.
Your mama single?
The Good Time.
I'm gonna jump across this table on your ass.
I don't know why he to your right. Anyway,
I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
jump over there.
It's to
But
her
yeah.
left.
if any one of y'all want to Google Marvin Gaye, "I Want You," his album, that cover is what is depicted in the Good Times at the end. That's it right there.
Brad, take a look at this. Take a look at this. It might be before your time, young bugging, but before your, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
it. All you gotta do, and if you're confused, just look from that side and just pan slowly.
I'm
You'll see
just
everybody.
saying.
You see JJ in the middle.
JJ, Dynamite. Do you hear me? Listen, the struggle brought people closer together. Honestly.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
All day.
The struggle brought people closer together because they felt like now listen to me. I'm
listening. I'm listening.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna make this kind of deep, but I'm gonna correlate to this from back then to now, right? So the Good Times, for example, Cosby shows, Family Matters. Even I'm gonna throw an example in here as Full House. They struggle was different than the struggle now, right? They correlated the struggle from back then, meaning everything they went through, they partied, they celebrated together. They kind of, you know what I'm saying, fend for each other. They brought each other together. They didn't, for example, what I'm saying is, to this day now, if you're making the X amount of money, right, you're getting penalized for your success because people want to rob you, they want to kill you, they want to see what you got going on. But back then, if you would have made success, they were seeing you as, if you showed community service and showed the fact that you're trying to help us get about the ghetto that we're in, or you're trying to raise. For example, have anybody seen the movie Lottery Ticket?
Yeah,
I love the movie Lottery Ticket. What he said?
Why? Hold on, no.
I heard people don't. I heard money don't change people. It change people around you. What he said? I'm broke, nigga.
Look where I stay.
Look where I stay.
Look where I stay. Nigga, I can't eat.
I can't eat, bro.
Nigga.
That movie right there alone showed the poverty. So he brought the hood up from where it was. He put so much money into it that everything is fine. Now, back in the day, in the Good Times era, that's what they was trying to do. But in this era and days, if you were to try to bring money back into the community, they see you as you have money. So we're going to take your success from you because you have money. Just because you were smart with what you have, we're going to take it from you. And so I'm mad at the fact that they're penalizing the fact that I obtained this level of success. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. But boy, I will say that movie was trash.
Which one? Which movie?
The lottery ticket. Lottery ticket was trash.
I can't say the lottery ticket was trash.
I know because for the reason why I say the lottery ticket was trash was for the simple fact that that particular scene that we talking about.
I'm broke, nigga.
I can't eat. I can't eat. You can change that. Wait a minute. How the fuck can I change the fact that you can't eat? But you've been hanging with me and chilling with me all these times, doing this shit, and we getting money and we doing all this stuff. Why all of a sudden now that I won a lot of money, that now I have to make sure that you can eat?
But on the back end, it's kind of one of the situations where if me and you, like, you know what I'm saying, we close, Ace Boone Coon, that grew up together, dang near, bro, spent our life together, bro, and I win the lottery, it's indirectly spoken that I'm going to make sure you eat just as well as I am, right?
Facts.
So that's where that comes from.
But when I make it known, though.
Will you make it known? I won't make it known to the world.
No, I'm saying to you, like, you hit the lottery. I'm the first person you told. Cause like, I'm your Ace Boone Coon.
Ace Boone Coon, yeah.
First person you told. And then you like, man, this situation is like kind of like iffy because I talked you into like, man, bro, you already got the money. How about we go holler at this nigga, got the loan shark shit. Let's go holler at him and get this because you already got the money coming, so it don't even matter.
It don't.
Because and nobody paid attention to that part of the movie, and that's why I said that movie is just stupid to me. Because the whole time when he found out he won a lot, he told his partner.
I've seen Lottery Ticket, right? You haven't? Okay.
I've seen it, but I don't remember.
It's a movie with Bow Wow and what's his name?
I don't even know this. I don't know this guy's name.
I forgot the other dude's name, but
he's not a big time actor.
It's a movie basically. Bow Wow wins the lottery, but for some technical reason, he can't get his money until like the week after or whatever. So what he do is he go talk to this dude who is a loan shark in the hood. First off, red flag. He's a loan shark.
In the hood.
I want my money.
Right.
You know, so he talked to him and the loan shark fronts him the money. So he goes and buys the hood everything. He buys him and his homeboy, his best friend. He buys him all these clothes and shoes and stuff like that. The loan shark like, hey, I need my money. He like, well, you know, I ain't got it yet. So the loan shark tries to like get his money back. And if he can't get his money back, he try to kill him. So they have this like brief intermission where they talking and they arguing and all this stuff. And he like, man, I ain't finna do this junk. Like, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And his partner looked him dead in the eyes and said, nigga, you can change this. I can't eat. Look at our situation.
I'm broke, nigga.
I'm broke. He ain't say we broke. I'm broke. Because Bow Wow won the money. Bow Wow, you know, he won a lot. He good. But he looked at he looked Bow Wow in the face and said, I am broke.
So
I can't eat. You can change this.
It proposes next.
You can change it.
I'm gonna go around the table and I'm gonna start with Bone. What would you do right here, right now? Not $1 million, but if you got awarded $1 billion, Bone, what would you do? What was your first move? Give me your first 1, 2, 3. You ain't got to go in detail. What is your first 1, 2, 3? Number one being, of course, first.
So number one, what would I do?
What would you do?
Buy me a house.
Of course. That's number one.
Right, buy me a house.
You got 2 more. Yes, ma'am.
Pay off my mama debt.
Yeah, okay. That's number 2. You got 1 more. You got 1 more.
Probably buy me a car, and the rest going in the bank.
Okay, cool. Britt Brat, what's yours? Okay, number 1 being...
And we are now going to coin Britt Brat as your intro tone.
Okay.
That is going to be what you're going to say next time you come on here. Britt Brat.
Okay. My number 1 would pay off all debt.
Okay.
2, more than likely, get some property.
Property, okay. Number 3.
And then invest the rest of my money.
So 3 is invest. Diesel, what about you, Bye.
First off, I'm writing a check to all my close and personal family.
That's number 1?
That's number 1.
Okay.
I'm going to write a check for a certain amount. It doesn't matter the amount.
No, we didn't ask
it
them
doesn't
out.
matter how I feel about it. It's whatever. It's going to be a personal check
Yeah, we didn't ask them out.
for all, I'll say some, if not all,
Okay.
of my family members. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Second thing I'm going to do, make sure my mama is straight. Whatever my mama say when I ask her, hey, are you straight? And she say, yeah. I'm like, it's nothing else.
Anyway,
I am the director. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like whatever my mama say, to the point where she like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flood all that in there.
So number 1 was
whatever
what?
was she. Number 1 is I'm finna write a personal check.
Okay. Number
to
2.
all my family members or their lack thereof, whatever.
Okay. Number 2.
Boom, get that out. Number 2, make sure my mama says that she is straight, meaning that I do all. I'm like, hey, you good?
Finances, car, car insurance,
and she
house.
say, man,
We
I'm
good.
straight.
We good.
It's
Okay.
nothing else you could like. It's
So
nothing
what's
else.
your number 3? What's your final?
Number 3, I'm taking care of me. Whatever that and
Whatever that is.
right.
That
That's
can
it.
go.
Whatever that is. So I don't want to go into this like
Nah, we
like
good.
just like you said, invest. That's good for me.
No,
Yeah.
I ain't saying invest.
Somebody
You ain't
said
saying
invest.
it? Who
Somebody
invest?
said-
She said
Yeah,
invest.
I said somebody said invest.
You know what I'm saying? Invest. That's good for me. Put it in your savings. That's good for me. Whatever that I feel like is good for me to do,
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do with it. So the third one is like a question mark. 'Cause it's for me. So whatever I feel and deem that is good for me. But before I get to that question mark, the first 2 have to be taken care of. Because I don't want nobody coming to me and saying you ain't never did nothing for me.
You're not
when this
obligated to,
popped
though.
up. But that's the thing. And that's another thing. Obligation. I might not be obligated to do it, but that's gonna be the first thing that come up.
But see, I look at it like this.
So
Like,
to
I
stop
don't feel
all that-
like I should have to. Like, true enough, I might throw my brother and my sister something, but it's not going to be probably what they want because I already know them, and it's going to be up here. And it's not because I'm not obligated to. Yeah, I look at it like this. If I
that's
win the
why.
lottery, that's my money.
So-
But I'm
Y'all
saying-
ain't help me.
I'm saying though, that's why I said I'm going to write a check.
Right. I mean,
And I'm
yeah,
gonna put
it's
it
for
in an
your
envelope.
amount.
And I'm gonna say, hey, here, this is yours.
I wouldn't tell
This is
nobody
yours.
though I
Okay.
won the lottery.
And this is
Okay,
yours.
so-
it ain't got nothing to do with the amount or whatever. But by me doing that, they can't come and say, oh man, you done won all this money. You could at least throw me something.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nah,
I
don't
gave
have
you
to.
some.
I ain't even doing it now.
So what's your next thing? What's the thing you gotta say?
What's your thing?
I mean,
If I give you 100,000 and I say, hey, take this envelope,
100,000.
start a business.
it is.
You know what I'm saying? If I give you 100,000, take this 100,000, start a business. You don't start a business.
I probably won't start a business, but I'm gonna flip.
You know, that'll be a business.
Technically,
You know what I'm saying? If you take the
Not
100,000 and you
check.
spend $100,000 on clothes and shit like that, and then come to me and be like, "Hey, bro, you know you got it, you good, you straight."
And that's what people
No,
are going to feel
But
like.
that's
I
what's
gave you
wrong.
100,000. What did you do with that 100,000, sir?
It don't matter.
That's what's wrong.
That's what they want to
That's
do
what
with
the
it.
issue is right there. We automatically just off rip assume that we have to take care
Yeah.
of everybody.
So question.
You don't.
Let me cut you off. Do you think that's part of the toxicity in black household?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
But
Because we still on topic.
This circle.
We still
I
on
love
topic.
This circle.
We still
I love
on
this-
topic. Do you
but
think that's still part of the toxicity of the black
I
household?
want to say, I love the fact that you are now on this podcast. This is the second podcast that he is
In a
on.
minute, I gotta go.
I got you.
You ain't got nothing to do more.
I gotta go
Nigga.
wash my
It's-
hair and shit.
I don't.
I mean, we have been on the bit for like 3 hours. I didn't want to tell
I
nobody
mean,
that.
but I mean, I know.
No, longer than that.
I know. I've been
No,
thinking.
it's-
I've been
it's
thinking
3
about it, but
No, it's been longer than 3.
but it's content.
It's
know
been
what I'm saying?
a whole 3 hours.
It holds 3 hours. But I mean,
Nigga.
even after he cut it out, probably like.
It's
2
been
hours.
exactly 3 hours and 10 minutes, nigga, since I hit the
But
red
I
button.
mean, after he cut everything out, it's probably like 2 hours and 30 minutes. But it's. I mean, no, you got the commercial break, you got the intro. That cut out like 45 minutes. Bro, but it's content though. Listen, it's
But
content.
yeah, that was saying this is good shit
This
though.
is good
What-
content.
What you were saying, BB?
Oh,
Bone looking at me. I
My
don't like
bad,
how she
Brett.
looking at me.
Brett.
just I mean, I just don't feel like you're obligated
Exactly.
to take care of everyone. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but I'm not, like you said, I'm not writing nobody no check. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna pull my family into this business. We gonna make this money this way. I'm not about to write you no check.
What happened when the
Oh, no.
business closed?
No, totally agree with it.
What happened when the business closed? Because
that's a good question.
But that is
when you
real.
talk when you talk about that, I'm gonna say because what happened when the business closed? For example,
Who liable?
I mean, if anybody a Roll Tide fan, Alabama Roll
Yes.
Tide,
Roll
okay,
Tide.
Roll Tide.
ALABAMA nigga, that's what
Where
I
I'm
say.
from.
Hold
Okay,
up.
okay, you hear me? So look, Roll Tide. I'm a Roll Tide Alabama fan. Trent Richardson had a 30 for 30 story about going broke because he gave his mama, not only his mama, I would give my mama access to my account. I would.
No.
But when he gave his auntie access to the account,
Definitely ain't happening.
that's where it went wrong at. You got a 30 for 30 story about going broke, and you had over $5
So he
million.
broke now?
We're not gonna necessarily say broke,
He
but
went broke. That was the 30. He was by him going broke.
going.
We're not
broke.
saying that he is broke.
But we ain't
But
gonna say
he was
he's
going
going.
though.
We ain't gonna say he got 10 million, 5 million in the bank, but
That's the problem. Trying to
enough
help everybody.
enough to function on an everyday basis is what we're gonna say.
That's the issue. Trying to help everybody. You can't help everybody.
But I
And
mean,
that brings the circle back.
that brings the server back to single parent households and toxicity in black households.
Talk City and Black Home.
Because the fact that he had a single parent household, he feel like he owed his mom everything.
And he owed his family everything.
The only person that I owe, I feel like, is
Because-
my mama, nobody else.
So okay, cool, exactly.
Hold
so
up,
it started
okay.
with your mom, then your auntie.
It definitely ain't
Okay.
happening.
Okay. So what do you think about generational curse?
Oh, that's a real thing.
That is real.
That is super
What is it?
real.
Okay. So around the table, we're gonna start with Brett. What is a generational curse?
Generational curse is something that's passed down from generation to generation. It could be toxic relationships. It could be how you handle financial issues. It could be how you handle your relationship as far as love, and all that plays into that generational curse.
I mean,
Bone.
I agree with that too, but then it's also is on that person to break that curse also though.
But I'm saying though, what do you
What do you consider
so,
generation curse?
Yeah. So you agree with everything she said as far as generational
As far
curse?
as that, the only thing like I think is like with kids, like when you're younger, say if you're not showing love in the household, and when you're younger, when you get older, it's gonna be hard for you to express yourself like with somebody you date, and that's real. I feel like.
Yeah.
Mac.
it is.
Okay, look, generational curse
Without the smack.
Exactly, without the smack. Generational curse is a thing. So, for example, excuse me. So beforehand, I've known my great granddad to provide for his household without my great grandma working. And then I also seen my granddaddy work without my grandma working. Then at a point in time in my life, I seen my dad work without my mom's working. So that's I'm not necessarily saying that's a generational curse, but I seen him provide.
So that makes you want to do the same thing.
Right.
But I really do. To this day, I really do.
Right.
But in this situation at hand, it's a lot of women that want to work. You got a lot of independent women.
Yeah.
You got a lot of women that got kids that they ain't going for that because they feel like they got to provide for themselves and their kids first. So generational curse goes in hand, but it also goes back to the quote by William Ernst Henley. Chains of a habit are too light to feel before they're too strong to break.
Say it again.
I like.
Say it again.
Chains of a habit are too light to feel before they're too strong to break.
Yes.
So before you even feel them chains and you want to break them, they're hard to break once you feel them.
That's true.
And that's just the truth there is.
Yes.
Mary, Alabama in the room.
Yeah. Generation curse with me.
How you feel about the diesel?
I mean, like I said, generation curse for me is anything that
Was you raised in Alabama, by the way?
all day, every day.
Country or Birmingham?
Man, a little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Okay.
I got family in Thomasville and I got family in Brighton. I got family in
Easton.
You know what I'm saying? I got family.
By the way, he's country and hood. He is country.
What
and
is it?
hood.
Thomasville, Springville, Brighton, Midfield, Winona. I'm everywhere.
Podcast. He's country and hood.
Oh, all day.
Country
all day.
and hood.
All day.
He both.
But
He's street.
Bruh.
He the guy you don't want to cross.
Bro, I can swing down third or I can go mudding in the woods. What you want to do? What you want to do? You know what I'm saying? What you want to do? I can swing down third or we can go mudding in the woods. What's happening? Bro, have you ever drunk water out of the ground?
I have actually. I'm from the country.
And when I say the ground, I'm talking about like you go to
ground.
a stream, and it's nothing but a water just shooting out the dirt.
You let it run for a minute before you drink it because you don't want to catch whatever's in the water.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what?
Man, listen.
Oh, my mama, that's the best water
Before we
I
stray
ever
away,
had
man.
in my life.
Diesel, what's your answer to the top?
Ooh.
Diesel, what's your answer to the top?
Generation curses to me
Generational curses.
is a reoccurring event that I stop.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah,
degree,
real.
but I can't say it started with me. It started with my mom and dad.
Right.
But before then, it was definitely a generational curse.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So your mama and dad,
Definitely.
they broke it.
Exactly.
Because before then, and I'm just assuming, before then,
Yeah.
everybody that
Right.
Did it the same way.
transpired before them
So,
didn't have no type of degree or nothing like that. And then your mama got one.
So you
Then
got a
your
two-part
daddy
question.
one.
You got a two-part question.
Okay, give me
What
the
is
two part.
what is the generational curse, and what did you break it, or did you break it?
Okay, like I said, generational curse is anything that has been occurring before me. Did I break the generational curse? I wouldn't, right now, as my life is, I wouldn't say that I broke it. However, I have shattered it.
Okay.
I most indefinitely shattered the generational curse.
Okay.
Because it was a time when, speaking personally, my sister, she went to high school, she dropped out. I went to high school, I dropped out.
Okay.
But I went to college.
That's a difference.
I got my GED and I went to college.
That's a break.
You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
That's
but
a break.
I didn't finish college.
That's a break still.
Yeah.
Right. But, I was there. You know what I'm saying? My brother, same thing. He dropped out of high school, but he went and got another situation done, and he graduated high school.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't go to college, but I went to college.
That's a break.
So as far as my family is concerned, my dad never went to college.
Okay.
My mother, I think she attended college, but she didn't finish.
Okay.
And I'm not too sure on that, Mama. If you hear this, I'm sorry. I love you.
We love Miss Allison. Was it Allison?
Yeah, Miss Alice Guess. And I can't remember how he knew her name.
That was early in the podcast, but I'm sorry. I don't mean can't wait for. I said Miss, by the way, to be respectable.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like my dad didn't finish college. Not too many people in his family finished college or started college or nothing like that.
Understandable.
So, me going to college, as of right now, in my immediate family, which would be me, my sister, my brother, I'm the only one that went to college. And I'm the only one that got a trade. So I broke that. You know what I'm saying? So I know, like, when I have a child and it gets to that point, that's what's going to happen. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna say necessarily that they need to go to college, but if they do go to college, my whole main focus is gonna be finish college.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Finish college, because I don't want it to be a situation to where I have an offspring. They go to college like I did and they don't finish, because the next one gonna be just as nonchalant as I was.
Now, college, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's another conversation for another podcast. But college is not where you just make yourself as a man.
Oh,
college
definitely. College is not for everybody.
I mean, because
college is not for everybody.
Bill Gates didn't finish college, and
Right.
he's a gazillionaire.
It's a lot of people that haven't finished
I mean, but for real though, you got people that didn't finish it, like Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, the person that's Bone probably logged into right now.
Yeah. He didn't graduate college.
He didn't graduate college. He was at Harvard.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? For that to be said, he's a gazillionaire. Every time somebody log on and create a Facebook account,
That's money going him.
not log on. Every time somebody create an account that don't have the account, he get I think it was $2.36. That don't sound like a lot.
Yeah.
But multiply it by 1 billion and see what the numbers we get.
Yeah.
We're gonna say 2 by 1 is $2 billion for one person logging on to Facebook.
True.
That's a lot of money, G.
A lot of money.
The average human accumulate $1 million in their lifespan of working that starts at the age of 18. So if you start working at the age of 18 and you retire at the age of 60, 65, you accumulate $1 million.
Unless you work at Publix. You
Unless
can
you
retire at 25 and you will be a millionaire. That is facts. If you start at 16 and you work at Publix, by 25 to 30 years old, you can retire as a millionaire.
Exactly. Everybody don't have that luxury. Everybody don't have that luxury.
So what I'm telling y'all is,
Go to Publix.
your first job as a child, when you have kids, send them niggas to Publix.
If they don't want to go to college. Facts.
Even if they go to college,
Even a lot of
send them
people
niggas
that
to
went
Publix.
college, they don't even have a job in the field they went to college for. I honestly feel like it depends. If you're really passionate about that and you want to do that, then by all means. But other than that, I feel like college is pointless if you're not going to get that job in that field you went to school.
You gotta work
Exact-
for it.
hey.
You gotta work for it because
Yeah.
I was one of the guys that got a degree in accounting, and I'm going for my CPA, and it took me a while to get a job in my field actually, because there's a lot of things that cater to my field, but not necessarily my field. So I had to work towards that era because my field consists of a lot. But I know social workers that don't do social work. They're correctional officers, working in prisons. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but then I also know social workers is making $33,000 a year, and they owe $50,000 in debt in college student loans
Yeah.
because they don't have jobs.
And that's another thing I gotta, man, you know what? Fuck that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
We can go more in depth on the college on another podcast.
No,
I feel like right now, we had talked about a lot of stuff and we have went way over the threshold that need to be done.
we still talking about the top city of the black household.
No,
all
we
day,
just
all
saying
day,
for
every day.
another time,
And we
another time.
and we most definitely can continue this. We most definitely can continue this. But as I'm feeling right now, I think we did enough. I think we did enough. So I'm gonna get everybody to sign out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start with Britt Bratz. See, we're not going with BeeBee no more. We're going with Britt Bratz. Britt Bratz. Tell them what tell them a little bit about you. Tell them where they can find you on social media and all that good stuff.
Okay. Well, it's your girl Britt Brat, as I have been deemed. You can find me on social media at BeeBee06 Instagram, because that's all I really have.
I'm finna follow her right now.
I'm from Atlanta.
ATL.
ATL.
Don't you do makeup?
You said BB06
Yes.
and the underscore spaces?
Yes, it is BE_BE06.
BE_06.
Don't you do makeup?
I do makeup as well. Yes, I just don't advertise
I'm
it.
following her right now.
But yeah, I do makeup.
It's
Yes.
Bon Deezy.
Oh, these is talk. She got a Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, let's do that. So Facebook, Bone Twin Millhouse. Instagram,
Keisha.
don't give out my government. Then we got Instagram.
They
What
know
is
it's
my
your government till you say it's
Instagram?
up. What is it? What do you mean? What is your Instagram?
She's a natural beauty. I don't even know how.
There you go. Yeah, she's a natural beauty.
It's some underscores in there.
It is. It got a lot of hearts and shit around it.
It does. So just
Jay look for somebody that's thick as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, social media Bones,
Inside joke.
Millhouse on Facebook. That's it.
Okay.
My boy.
Yes, sir.
Mac.
Sir. You know what I'm saying? You can't spell smack without Mac.
Mac.
Man, go holler at me, man. I had fun on
You ain't had nothing. Don't do that.
I had fun on this podcast. And the next podcast you're going to hear besides his is mine. And definitely we're going to have my boy Big Diesel on the show.
But what is that podcast, though, that I'm going to be on that I can't wait to get on?
The Shop Talk, man.
All right.
If you ever been in the barber shop, you seen them chairs that be on, we giving him a chair. He gonna have a chair. You cut him up. You ever seen Barbershop 1, 2, and 3? We giving him a chair.
I'm going to have a chair.
So this week, stay tuned. My big guy got a chair. He's gonna be there this week.
Y'all got a schedule when y'all drop? Because I mean, I technically don't have a schedule yet. I'm trying to get one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're dropping this Friday, but tune in live Wednesday. Big D's will be on the shop.
Ooh, y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. So y'all tune in, man. I'm gonna log out. Can't spell smack without Mac. Say the out of free you get fee. Say the out of the play you get paid, nigga. Not pay me.
Alright. And as y'all know, Diesel, y'all can follow me on the podcast website on Instagram. Citylimitz the podcast. No, Citylimitz podcast. Don't do the Citylimitz podcast.
With a Z.
With a Z. Gotta be City. No, Limitz. Limitz with a Z.
Limitz with a Z.
Limitz with a Z. Citylimitz podcast on IG, on Facebook, and I do have a Twitter now. I believe it's the same thing. It might be under Diesel. But if I got one on Diesel, I don't know if I got a Twitter on Diesel. But if I do, follow me on Diesel, DOUZL. ZOUL. Yes. DEZOUL.
Really?
I be forgetting, bro. I be forgetting. I ain't never tagged myself at the end. I always just say all that bullshit. But yes, this has been another episode of Citylimitz the podcast. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. We enjoyed the conversation.
Good conversation.
Be on the lookout for the late night, the after dark episodes that I might drop later on. Don't know how I'm gonna edit them or whatnot or what have you, but they're coming, and they might be exclusive. I don't know yet. I might be having a Patreon. I'm trying to get that started up. Sugar Teas, shout out to her. She's gonna have some merch for us. We're gonna be doing that too. It's a lot of big things popping, little big things going on that we're probably gonna get going in the near future. So what I will do is I want to say thank you. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to follow, share, subscribe. Also, make sure y'all check out Shop Talk, the podcast, on all major platforms.
Yes, sir.
It don't even matter what platform y'all put it on.
Listen, we on all platforms. So we on Apple Podcasts. We on Tidal. We on Spotify. We on Anchor. And I just want to say follow the Citylimitz podcast as well.
Yes, sir.
And I want to also say this, like, it's free 99 to support.
Free 99.
99 to support. All you gotta do is hit the follow, subscribe, and like, and share. It's just that simple, people.
And tell your folks.
Tell your folks.
You enjoy this.
Tell your folks. You enjoy this. And if you want to be on the guest on the podcast, our email will be in the comments and descriptions.
Yes, I'm most definitely going to start posting my email and all that stuff.
And if you want anything we need to talk about that you feel like it's not talked about, our email will definitely be in the description. Like, so
most definitely.
You definitely
I can't wait till I start getting like email questions and stuff like that. Cause that's gonna be taking up this space that I'm just randomly talking right now. Like I want to read mail. Like,
and for this,
matter of fact,
on the shop,
I ain't got nothing.
On the Shop Talk podcast, I just want to, on the behalf of them right now, it's a lot of episodes that we haven't got to because of the questions, but definitely. We see y'all questions on our emails, and we're definitely going to get to y'all. Believe me, it's a lot.
And one day, I will have all the members of the Shop Talk. They're going to be here.
That's gonna be crazy.
I gotta have y'all here.
That's gonna be crazy.
I gotta have y'all here. If I gotta get another mic set up, I do it. We can share mics. It don't even matter.
If you want just us, then good. What you got right now is good. But if you want, you need 5.
Oh, bro, that's nothing. I got it.
I believe you.
I got it.
That's a lot, G.
I got it.
I believe.
I got it, and we are going to make it happen, most definitely. But as of right now, what a shot bell. Get the shot bell.
What a shot, man.
Shot bell.
This?
Nah, shake it.
Hit it. It's shot time.
It's shot time. We signing out.
We finna shout it out. Real to the real, death to the
podcast.
fakers.
It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
Damn. That's funny.
You good? We good?
We
Real to the
all-
real, death to the fakers. Don't get nothing on you. Konnichiwa.